Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review.
I like having two Christmases.
Daddy bought me the Power Wheels. What you got, bitch?
Yeah, what you got?
Yo, the kids instigating the battle between the parents is crazy.
Oh no, I have cousins that have done that.
That is smart though.
I went home and was like, my stepmom bought me an.
Oh. No, I had a cousin told his mama his daddy girlfriend had bought him something, and she got on the phone and said, if that bitch ever purchased anything for this child, I'm fucking you up, I'm fucking him up, I'm fucking all of y'all up. And I'm just sitting there going, you got Mike Tyson Punch Out? Oh, let me borrow. You never saw that game again.
Anthony said, well, we're about that 15 minutes of YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Again.
We don't care either.
It was Anthony, see?
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Oh, that's gonna be in there. We don't edit nothing out.
Sorry, YouTube. My bad.
Fuck them niggas. Hey, I feel the same. So what's since we in the holiday season? What's on the Christmas wish list? Helene, we're gonna start with you since you got your. Okay,
that's it.
Okay,
of the Alex
Ross and a pair of New Balances to fuck the penis. I need shoes to walk to the penis. So a pair of New Balances.
Well, hopefully, if you throw it right, you can get those pair of New Balances.
I hope so too.
Well, I mean, the dick might bring the New Balances to you.
That's my point. Like,
that's what you're trying to say.
If you land right,
I can wear my Crocs there and wear the New Balances back after I prove my point.
You're not fucking in your Gucci flip flops.
Oh no, I don't. I got kids. I ain't got no goddamn Gucci flip flops. We got Crocs.
Okay,
I got some Likes. I got some J's.
It's starting to turn into a pretty conversation on what footwear to wear when you're fucking. No,
I mean,
but you out here
but it's the holiday season. You have to, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People out there, OnlyFans popping, but people are fucking for their present too. You gotta get it. You
put
get
some
somebody's gift.
Yeah, but you could always put your mistletoe on your monkey and call it a day. See what happens.
Or your toes.
Or your toes.
You and these toes.
I don't got segments and talking.
I gotta go. Like, I gotta get a pedicure for that one, but I can do it. Don't get me wrong, buddy. I can do it though.
Jess, what's on your Christmas wish list?
Anybody in the YouTube world? I wear a size, boy size 7, women size 8.5 or 9, depending on the shoe. Thank you. Go ahead, Jazz.
For me, I would say a new set of bath towels and some head.
That's such. I was about to give you a compliment and you fucked it up. I was about to say that is such an adult thing to say. A new set of bath towels. So adult of you. And then she was like,
I was like, okay, we can go to Target or Bed Bath and Beyond. And then she went I
was keeping the same energy.
Clearly, you niggas is horny. The show we discussing wasn't horny at all. So I don't know.
There is a couple of women's in there.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Chaz, who does the head need to? Well, okay, the person that the head comes from, do they stand to pee or can they sit to pee?
Stand.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
What if he prefers to sit? Is that a problem?
What if he prefers to sit when he pees?
Correct. If he prefers
Whoa.
to sit when he pees, and we get
What
the
if it's
first
thing in the morning? It's the first thing in the morning pee. Maybe he
Oh.
might sit.
Oh,
But like
well,
every sit, like he
yeah.
sits every time.
if he
Are we
wants
But
to.
then again, you also got to wonder, does he have
don't-
good aim? If he has
I don't-
horrible aim, you'd rather him sit or just
don't-
go outside and pee like a dog.
how
I
did we
like
get
peeing
here?
out. I like peeing outside though.
Your fault.
The wind
Her
across
fault.
the wind across you and outside. Let's be at my grandma's house growing up.
Oh, I got a question for y'all since we're here.
I used to
Oh,
pee out
actually, it's for
porch.
Helene.
Yes, ma'am.
Helene. Oh, actually, I can ask all of y'all, but let me go to Helene first. Like, you ever dated somebody to where while he said he was pissing, you held his dick for him and see if you could aim for him?
I did. It was great too. So let me check this out. So I was very intrigued. Like I want to know how that feels, and I was like, "Let me hold it." And he was like, "Okay."
This is a movie review show, y'all. Just letting y'all know. Heads up. There
Heads
is
up
a
is
movie
right.
review
It
that's
was the
going to
weirdest
happen.
feeling, but I
It
was thoroughly
is.
intrigued. Thoroughly intrigued.
But it's like I expected him to be like no and be weirded out by it, but he was like, "You sure that's what you want to do?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm
Right.
interested." And he was
Yeah.
like, "Shit, all right." I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, my aim was terrible. I said, "Clean that shit up."
Right.
First time,
You held.
nope.
So you telling me you held him in?
Yeah.
Used the restroom. And you was just aiming everywhere.
So it's
Well,
didn't
it
know what
came
I was
out. It
doing.
comes out way.
Yeah.
Y'all can feel the stream coming. Like
Right.
you know it's coming, and you know
But
the
sometimes,
aim.
but
For
sometimes
us, it was just
but
like it just came. It just shot
Right.
out,
But
and I
it,
was
but
like,
it
"Oh
split,
shit!"
so that you wasn't shocked though. You knew what you was there to do. You didn't.
it's
do the
kind of
booty
like one of those games at the fair.
So how many
Yeah,
times?
like-
So how many times did y'all do
The
this?
little where
No,
you
no,
gotta
no,
shoot
no.
the.
Fuck
the
that. How
little-
many, how many times have y'all been in the restroom to hold somebody use the restroom? How many times?
Before they answer that, I just want to say on my Christmas list, I want goodwill towards men, joy to the world, a drone, and a big booty bitch to go with it. And I'm done.
Big booty bitches. Yes.
I was listening to Ice Cube, that
I'll drink to
certificate,
that.
before
like
I
it.
jumped
Great
on.
album.
So
Great album.
classic
Great
album.
Great album.
Classic.
That's amazing.
Jason, what do
You
you
want to
want
know
for
how many
Christmas?
penises or how many men or how many times?
So it sounds like multiple of all. I don't know. Have you've been in the restroom holding
Not
it more than
necessarily. It's only twice.
twice?
It was twice with the
ever?
same person, though. Yeah.
Okay, twice. That's one too many times. Jazz, how about you? How many times did you?
Mine was only one person, and I think it was twice.
See,
Okay, did you get it right the second time? I'm assuming.
and that's why I
think
wanted to do it
so.
twice because I wanted to
Make sure you got it
improve
right.
my aim. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the next one for sure, I'm gonna be like, look, let's try something.
Are you gonna sit in front of it this time? All right,
No.
guys. Welcome
Whoa.
to the Was It Good Though podcast, the podcast about movie, TV shows, and pissing. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz, and I am not getting pissed on.
Yeah.
Today.
Yes, if you can't tell, this is a Was It Good Though and Talking Ish production. Yes, we have brought back our family to the podcast. Of course,
And Jason, you are family to us, regardless of what Helene,
what Helene
says.
says. I know she know. I know why
Jason-
she I know why she don't want me and her family. Kids and
Jason
cousins.
want to be a
I
Targaryen
didn't even.
so bad. He want to be a Targaryen so bad. He's by
I didn't
himself
even
with that
say
one.
anything. I'm just sitting here sipping my hot
Today.
toddy and my crown, my vanilla crown.
As Jazz said, or as you said today, you're sitting here today. Anthony, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right, brother. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having Helene. Yes, I'm gonna speak for Helene because every time we come on, I got to speak for them because they can't speak for themselves.
You know what? Anthony, I was gonna relieve you of that duty today. my
You
good
can.
brother.
Anthony
Unlike-
does such a good job, though.
He does. Would you like to introduce you guys? Because I want you to make sure you plug your podcast and plug whatever
All
y'all
right.
have going on. Go ahead, sir.
Fine. Look, I am Anthony Sterling, aka your friendly neighborhood super Negro, aka Mr. Paranoid and Unemployed. But I am okay with that. I have come to terms. Therapy. And ladies and gentlemen, I am 1/4 of Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends, which is a fun little podcast where we wax politically, philosophically, and humorously at all things life. We show up on the YouTubes every Monday whenever I feel like dropping it. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's in the evening. But guess what? The conversation is always hot, and we have a wonderful time. I am also a resident Drake hater. Jason doesn't like it, but he has to live with it. And also, my partner on this side or whatever side she gonna pop up on when Jason cut it, y'all got to give it up, man, for Miss Correta with the Baretta. Miss Helene
Gang.
Tarragano is in the building, gang. And that is it, and that is all. So, Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Jason and Jazz have done more than a trifecta. Lord, they are basically, how can I put it? The cousins of the podcast now. Like, they are family. It is no joke. They are.
You didn't hear
a
Jason say
huge
he wants
part.
to be a kissing cousin?
Y'all can Lannister it up all the hell you want.
Not the
Lannisters. I'm just not gonna fall out no damn tower.
Not the Lannisters.
Can be Jamie. Jazz, you know I love Cersei.
I'm gonna sit there
Cersei.
like
She's my
Bran,
favorite character.
just sit in my chair and watch.
I'm
drunk.
Oh my god.
The bottom
the
finally
3-eyed
worked.
raven, and you got the look.
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt. See? Already
He
ready
knew
for
what he
it.
was doing.
I knew I was coming. Yep.
Hey.
Yep. No,
I like it.
no.
I like it. And Miss Helene. Oh, go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was gonna say, and we do have sex talk once in a blue moon, but that's what every other conversation on the episode.
It's like every week. What?
You think Jazz keep coming back for? She'd be looking for that.
Hey,
She is still shocked at the
Tips,
fact that
tricks,
one of
and
the chaps.
pointers.
Exactly, because she was very I thought we did her a service by calling one of the chapters Jazz's ass and toes. So
Yes.
we'll see where it actually falls in.
Hopefully she can create.
Probably on 169 for sure.
Hopefully she can create. If she finally can create her OnlyFans to get that off the ground, But right now her toes still planted. So eventually
Yeah.
she'll get them off. I seen a Christmas tree on her toes the other day though, so I was just like, man, here she go with these toes in this tree again.
I just wonder about the man she with, because I know she hey, we gonna put
It's
it out
gonna
there.
be-
I don't know.
Because I'm waiting for that video when she got her toes by the Christmas tree, and she gonna pour the hot chocolate across the toes as it falls into his coffee or his hot chocolate around the holiday, and you gonna.
You sound like you want to be the set designer.
Have your
Right. It's like
No,
Jason was
I will.
like, you're
Jazz.
Yeah.
How many times have I said let me produce you?
Yeah.
I never heard you say that.
Oh, you lying. Well, you know what, Jazz? Let me produce you.
You said
this
you want
gonna
to
be-
talk at my funeral, right?
I said let me produce the funeral.
We have
That's going to be a
friends
production.
who are in the OF business. So I have a couple of friends
we
and a friend of the
do.
pod,
Yeah.
who is in
I
that OF life.
followed what was the
Drop
last
a
one?
name.
Do you follow Stars?
Star.
Star, yeah. I follow Star here. I had been
We all
following
follow
her.
Star.
Yeah, dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Yes,
It is.
Lord.
I don't know what it is with the podcast that we do. We just bring everybody in.
It's nothing wrong, man. You know
Everybody.
what? That's what fellowship's supposed to be. Come one, come all. Everybody should be able to come in, have a conversation, and enjoy. Everybody.
We take them all. From
Supposed to.
CEOs to bottom hoes. We take them all.
Look at Anthony.
Come on
To-
through.
to
Talking it.
to
A
white
podcast amongst friends.
to white women
I'm sorry,
trying to
I
fight
have to do that.
So white women fighting the power. Y'all got it all over there.
That's true. And I have to keep saying Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends, because if you say Talking Ish, it goes to Joe Budden's partner, Ish, and we don't like that light skinned dude at all. We don't.
do not.
We have no respect for him. I'm joking. I really like the Joe Budden podcast. They're all cool, but Ish,
I like Ish. Is it a Drake thing?
no, it's like every time he talks and he got resting bitch face,
How does
and he always looks
I
like
think
his
I do.
coochie stink.
I don't know about the coochie part, but I got a crazy resting bitch face too. That's what But then
No,
it may
but
just
you
be,
don't. But you a black man. Ish is like he got. You know what it is? It's like he's zesty, and I'm not speaking on sexuality spectrum or anything.
Yeah, I got you.
It's like he's sassy. Like every time him and Joe talk about some woman they probably met and they might have sucked a toe and now they Eskimo brothers, they worse than a bunch of cackling broads. I'm sorry.
That conversation kind of came up today. Are y'all cool with any of y'all Eskimo brothers or sisters in today?
what in the hell is
mean-
an Eskimo brother or sister?
I
It's
don't
if you
have
bang
any.
the same person.
if you and a
Like
person,
person hit the same person
At the
slept
same
with the
time?
same person.
not at the same time.
No,
at some
no, no.
point in y'all life, it's just at some
Yeah.
point in y'all life.
Oh, well, okay.
Basically rubbing noses. But those noses are
Okay.
your nether regions.
Sucking
in the
toes don't
same
make you
igloo.
Eskimo anything with anybody.
Wait,
No,
so you
sucking
was at
toes just make you a freak.
wait, was you at a party and everybody was just getting their toes up like that? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Jazz?
No, I don't know where you came from with that.
You said is
I
suck
said
getting
That
toes
sounds
up.
like a party that he wants to go to in his mind.
It does.
'Cause that
I'm
you,
not there.
you pulled that way out of
He was the
left
reach
field.
was crazy.
It wasn't. It was right there. It was right there, man. But
It was literally in your face, huh?
it was like
in your
right,
face.
right there. But episode 130.
Jazz, I do know a toe sucker here in Houston for you.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
don't talk.
I
Well,
just thought about that. Yeah,
again, this is a review show.
thought about that.
I'm just
We trying to
I'm
review
gonna-
that too.
She's
I'm
gonna
trying to
review
see.
something, all right. She's gonna tell me. I'm gonna give her some notes. She's gonna review that shit, and then she's gonna take it on home, like I told
and
her
I
to.
just noticed Jazz does have a grill on. Way to go, sister. All right.
Yeah.
She got a chicken man going on today.
Yep. She got her tufus, as Jerome used to say. Got my go too fast. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, buddy.
But episode 132, we are talking about Fight Night, the Million Dollar Heist. Yes, the show starring a plethora of Negroes, great black Negroes in our day of today. Don Cheadle, Kevin Hart. I'm not gonna mention that light skinned nigga behind Jazz. You got Sam Jackson. Oh my God, Taraji P. Henson. But yes,
Yep.
a lot of great Negroes. And before I really get into the episode, I
Hey
don't
man,
know.
give Terrance Howard his flowers.
I would never.
He hates
Terrance
Terrance Howard.
Terrance flowers.
Just
Terrance
because of
Howard.
hustle and flow.
Terrance Howard and Rashida Jones will never get love from me, ever.
It's
What does
wild.
Rashida Jones do?
Be
She
kind of
portrays
black.
herself like, yeah.
She kind
It's
of
wild that Jason didn't give
said she
recognition to his
kinda
man crush, which is crazy. But we don't get into it.
Who's his man crush?
But yeah, Saniqua Walls is also in this film as well.
Who was that person in real
He-
life?
he-
Who was
he-
on the show? I mean,
On the show,
He was,
Mac.
Mac.
He's Mac. He's the he
With
was
the fro.
the fro. Yeah, with the bad fro. He was
why
in
is
Power
that your man crush?
as well.
okay.
It's not. It's not that deep. I promise.
I would have thought you would have said the big dude from the
Walking Dead.
zombie show. Yeah.
See, I don't even know who you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the
I don't
security
either.
guard
Michael
that was
James
with the security guard that
Yeah.
was with Sam. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
hell yeah. He was a sexy something in this. Sorry, Jason. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Good God.
But you know, in the beginning of this, we were talking about testimonies and whatnot, and I do think Kevin Hart is one of the most naturally funny comedians. Now, whether you
Mhm.
like his stand up, whether you like his movies,
Yeah.
whatever. I will in this one. I'm gonna definitely give up the flowers to Kevin Hart. I do think this is the best role he portrayed to date. But Jamie Foxx released his comedy special. It's been a kind of I ain't gonna say a testimony, but this is me speaking from me. It's been a bit of a rough week, you know. My daughter has some situation going on with her health.
Oh, okay.
But when I had her, I was watching the Jamie Foxx special, and what she was born with is what Jamie Foxx was going through. So looking at it, of course, I don't have a dry when watching it. I don't know if y'all seen it, so I won't be doing any spoiling as far as with the actual special, but as far as like a testimony go, I do feel like he really brought it home when it comes to that. I do think that there, like I said, once we actually watch it, I'm gonna really get into some of the biblical references, and I do think some of us Negroes gotta some of the church stuff is a lot of rooted church stuff like old folks really believe in. I don't prescribe to, but I do appreciate him for doing that. Glad he's good. I'm glad my daughter's good. I definitely recommend you guys watching that special. It's not the comedy special that you would think, him just sitting up there doing stand up. It's more so him, like I said, it's just him being with people that he embraced during his time of need, and he was able to give that back to him. So that was a real good thing that I
That's
seen.
awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Is that the one that they're playing? Like it's like a
On
commercial,
Netflix.
but it's like I think he's talking about he was talking about people thought he was a clone. Is it that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that. It's that.
Yeah, my mom does not watch comedy specials. The last comedy special she saw was Eddie Murphy Raw in 88. And she was like, I don't want to see that. Nah, that's too much nasty shit.
That's my grandma.
But this one, she said, you haven't watched it yet? I said, nah, I haven't watched it, but I will. She said it was really, really good. And then I saw somebody on Twitter, because I refuse to call it X, said, if you haven't watched Jamie Foxx's new special, here it is in one line. It is BET's celebration of gospel with cussing. And I went, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it.
That's it.
Because I know Creflo Dollar gonna come on right after. So I'm good. I am good now.
It was.
But he's getting high praise right now, man. People are really digging it. So that's awesome. I'm glad, because we could have lost one of the best.
Yeah.
And he's, to me, one of the last true Hollywood type entertainers who can actually sing, who can actually act, who can actually be funny, who can actually be very dramatic. He's well-rounded. He's like a complete package when it comes to being an entertainer. So, and the only thing I've never seen him do is dance.
He did some of that.
He did. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go somewhere, but then I say no. This is a celebration of Jamie. When you said dance, I thought I'm gonna stop.
No, nope. Say go ahead.
No. That's out of respect to Jamie for his situation. I was no. It's not no. Bad Anthony.
not him spiking or something, but yeah, definitely recommend. Was good though for me. It definitely was. Like I said, definitely peep that. Definitely check that out. If you're a fan, but Fight Night, man. Based on the true story. Of course, they fabricated some of the story, but I believe Will Packer and Kevin Hart, they were listening to a podcast, and at that point, they created this story, based on it. I really love a story, a well-rounded story that gives you all the perspectives. Because now you get it from the cop's point of view, you get it from the robber's point of view, and you get it from the con man, Chicken. Hope you're not a con man. He did a lot of talking. Within the role. But of course,
he was a hustler.
More so. You get that. Jazz, what did you think about the Chicken Man?
I enjoyed the role of Chicken Man that Kevin Hart was definitely portraying, and I feel like everybody needs a Chicken Man in their community. Somebody that has all the connections, somebody that knows where to go. Their hand is in so many different pots. And especially like with him trying to be in a situation of not trying to take advantage of folks, but do stuff for the community. And I think that's extremely important. His plot armor was thick. But the thing is, like, all of the situations, I was like, okay, he about to get a win. And then he get a setback. But his setbacks made sense. To where it's just like, okay, you go to this house to talk to somebody that was a robber, but of course the cop's gonna be there. And so I was just like, damn, I need Chicken Man to get a win. And it just kept coming with L's. And I felt so bad for him, but I was rooting for him every step of the way, even though he was a cheating, lying ass husband. But nobody's perfect.
When I watched, I was like, man, why did she think he was? And I'm rewatching. I'm like, oh, within the first 2 minutes, he eating Taraji out. Like what? Like that?
So
I forgot about.
I didn't, and I was Helene. Let me ask you a question.
She said I didn't,
because in this opening scene, and we've seen Taraji in this situation before.
Yeah, baby.
Who do you think gave her better head, Chicken Man or Jody?
Jody.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing like a broke nigga head, huh?
Yeah. That's exactly it. That was exactly my thinking. Jody ain't got nothing to lose, but he also has everything to gain. Jody was eating like it was his last meal.
Anthony.
Makes me want to go back and watch Baby Boy for the 97th time. Now it has meaning.
So December, I feel like December typically is like our renaissance for Black movies, whatnot. We do try to focus a little bit more on the classics. But yeah, we definitely got some BET some BET movies on the podcast. What?
Why?
I mean,
why not?
Baby Boy, you want to review Baby Boy? That's a classic.
Oh my
BET,
God.
that was in the theater. I thought you meant like BET.
Oh, you meant like an actual
TV.
BET? Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
what would you do?
Like a
Tubi
Tubi movie?
Like
No.
a Tubi flick.
Like what BET movie would you? What
didn't
BET
have
movie
much made for it didn't have much original stuff until BET Plus.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
in all honesty, yeah, Baby Boy is a BET staple.
Waist Deep.
A movie that you hate, Hustle and Flow, became a staple on BET.
Look at his face when you say Hustle and Flow. That was
Man,
just that was instantaneous dislike.
Queen and Slim, Rashida Jones, and Terrance Howard bring out different emotions in me. Them ain't emotions I want to get into ever.
No. He gonna need therapy next week. Let's just leave it at that.
That's a lot to unpack. You need to talk to somebody about that level of disdain that you have for those people.
I started back my therapy today, so we might get to it. I don't know.
You're gonna sit down and the therapist's gonna be like, "So what's on your mind?" He's gonna be like, "Queen and Slim." So let me tell you,
Queen and Slim, Hustle and Flow, Rashida fucking Jones. That's what's on my mind today, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, is your therapist Black or white?
She's a Black woman.
Oh, okay, so she'll know the references that you are making.
Yes. And also, you better pray she don't come with that cut, that hairdo, that Farrah Fawcett, like a Cadillac, because that's gonna really make your session horrible.
You can say what you want about that Farrah. That hair was luxurious. I don't give a damn what y'all got to say.
He was late.
Oh no, it was the perfect hair for a bitch made Negro.
Oh well.
You don't like niggas that make their own math?
No, I meant the character.
Oh, okay,
Now,
got you.
Terrance Deshaun Howard, he is trying to clean the air with positrons and electrons and using ionic. I'm like, okay, buddy, whatever you want to do, because you know you got to give him props.
And what I'm gonna come with you. First question I'm gonna ask you, because I'm just going through the character, because this show is layered with characters. You can almost do an episode just on the characters before we even get to the goddamn plot of this story. So of course we got, legendary Sam Jackson playing Frank Moulton in the show. Now, no regard, we know. Does Don Cheadle get the same respect? But you putting him layout, you putting him legend. That's legend for y'all.
Don Cheadle?
Yeah, Don Cheadle.
For me, honestly, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don has paid his dues, man. Like, he has been in this game, and I think one of the things that Sam Jackson, and I can't really put Sam Jackson, but this is one of the first movies I've watched Sam Jackson in where I didn't see Sam Jackson. I was
just about to say that
the character he played as Frank Moulton. Don Cheadle has a way of
disappearing,
merging, and becoming who he portrays.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect case in point, if you have never seen Devil in a Blue Dress with him and Denzel.
That's hard there.
As
Mouse.
As he was Mouse, yes.
I came all the way from Houston to handle this and to help you out. Yes. And I'm like, yes. Have it. I wanted a movie about Mouse. And you want to know the crazy thing? Here's a little tidbit for everybody. Denzel wanted to play Mouse.
Denzel couldn't have played Mouse.
He couldn't have. Not at that time.
No.
Now, after watching Gladiator 2, Denzel could definitely be a Mouse, because he plays a really good villain nowadays.
Oh yeah, just for sure.
A bad, not say it, no, because Mouse wasn't a bad guy.
No, he wasn't.
Mouse was an anti-hero. Yes. If you really pay attention, he didn't play no games. But going with Don Cheadle, yeah, man, I would put him with the Denzels, with the Sams, most definitely, man. That's Rocket from Colors. Have you put some respect on his name?
Anthony?
He definitely.
I respect it.
He was on Golden Palace.
He was. Oh my god! I watched it. I was like, man, what is this? That was an interesting show.
In
to say
all
the
the
least.
movies he play in, you can tell this is a man who loves his craft.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like he has
For
a
sure.
passion for acting, man. Like at first when I first like really noticed Don Cheadle, I just kept going, okay, because it was colors. I was like, oh yeah, he looks like a gangbanger because he never really talked in the movie, until they started talking about Pac-Man, and I was like, oh okay, yeah, he's pretty cool. But once he started seeing him, I started seeing him more and more, and then he was on an episode of The Fresh Prince,
Yeah, he was.
as one
He
of Will
was.
partners. I was like, okay, he's familiar, but now you got to put some respect on his name. He is definitely one of the I'm gonna take it from Prim's movie reviews. He is a black all-star, but I think he's also just an all-star. That's just my opinion, because you can't be second fiddle to Robert Downey Jr. and still have a commanding presence in the Marvel films. So Don Cheadle has that. That's his superpower. No matter who you put him next to, he is going to command. He's going to eat that scene.
Did you see him in Black Monday with Regina Hall? That's a good one.
And that is the only show he is second fiddle. Regina Hall owns that show. Regina Hall owned that show. That show was I wanted one more season.
Yeah.
But where could you go? Where could you go with Mo and that nut? I'm sorry, but yes, that was the one show where he actually played second fiddle to a co-star. And I love the fact that you don't see as he's trying to outdo her, he lets her shine.
Yeah.
And, it was just some of the best chemistry, man. It's such a great show.
I was gonna say one thing I did pick up on is the chemistry he has, because like the scene, like his solo scenes with the one he had with Sam in its interrogation room, the one with Ali when they were beefing and when they finally got along, powerful. The scene with him and his wife, both of them, when we first didn't know she was the wife, and she's like, "You coming home? You chick, what you eating? All right, I got you. Love you." When him and chick, yeah, he got him as far as when they came to it. Yeah,
what do you call chicken? You hoodlum,
right?
What you call me? Hoodlum.
but that's the magic of Don Cheadle, man. You could put him with anybody, and he just makes it work. He makes.
I think
he
gets his flowers amongst us. I don't think he gets them amongst a mixed crowd, though.
The nerds, sure, with being Rhodey and being War Machine, but yeah, I think you're right. Amongst the Hollywood, I guess, elitists,
he's still considered like a black actor and not just an actor. Because white folks know Samuel L. Jackson. That's why he's on a whole nother level. But they know Samuel. They know him because he, like you said, he basically is just himself in movies. Outside of a few roles, he basically is just himself in different clothing.
Yeah. No lie, but Helene.
Hey everybody, I'm Martin Luther King. No, that's Sam Jackson.
Right. As Martin Luther King.
Screaming motherfucker at everybody.
Motherfucker, I had a dream.
Yo. That is exactly what he said too.
Would live in a motherfucking world where they are not judged by the color of their motherfucking skin, but by the content of their motherfucking character. Yeah. I had a dream in this motherfucker. It's like,
motherfuckers.
I believe you, Sam. I too had that dream.
I'm motherfucking tired.
If Dr. King would have talked like Sam Jackson to LBJ, we'd have had civil rights back in 1963.
I think the race war would have started.
He'd have bullied him into civil rights.
They probably would have shot Martin Luther King they would have shot his ass a few years before.
I don't know, man. I think Sam would have cursed that bullet out of just confused the bullet. Stop my motherfucking face. And that bullet would have went, oh, I'll kill that nigga. Bam.
Nah, he'd be like, did that motherfucker try to shoot me?
Oh man, yeah. We would need that. We need that. Sam, if you're watching, I know you do. You need to play Martin Luther King in a one-man play. I put it on Broadway. Put it on the Chitlin circuit. Call Tyler. No, don't call Tyler Perry.
Don't call him.
Don't even mention that.
Or Lee Daniels.
No, because I have a strong feeling Tyler would want to play Correta. We don't need that. So
hello.
He done already got into it with Rosa Parks and put off the goddamn bus. Said he was the one that started it. That bitch started it from me. You don't remember that? Shit, it was me. They put off the bus face.
We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need. No. And no more civil rights.
Hey, Tyler Perry is a good person. I just don't like his shit. I just don't like the stuff he put out.
You know what? I'm gonna do better in putting black people down on this platform. I'm gonna do better with that, like, because I'm gonna stop kicking Tyler Perry in his titties. Helene. Not today.
Get some reprieve, Perry.
We got Taraji. I do think she, another one of the leads. I feel like she was only female. I mean, a lot of beautiful black women in this story. And they had all shades. But what did you think of Taraji's portrayal of Viv in this?
At first, so when it first started, she was coming off very
cookie,
kind of very cookie-ish. As it went on, it was less cookie, and it became more of her actual character, which I appreciated. But it did start off real cookie strong. But I would say by the second episode, it had kind of worn off a little. I mean, even almost towards the end of the first episode, it had kind of worn off a little bit. But she was good. I'm not. She played her part well, and I do like the progression that we saw of her during the course of the show. Like, she wasn't ever kind of meek. You can't never say she was meek, but she was, I'm gonna stand behind, I'm gonna play my role to let me get this shit done. Let me take lead or take point or whatever, and you kind of saw that culminate during the course of the show, which I liked. And she did it. Now I will say she had them hoes in check, because that first episode was bitch, I want to do that. My kids, I can't even do that shit. And that bitch shut the hell up real quick.
It's like, real niggas can do that. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas come, I'm gonna get everybody to shut the fuck up. Oh, what?
Our people Hernandez.
But getting into the plot of this story. Of course, like I said, we've already talked about the hustler, the man, the myth, the legend, the ballad of the Chicken Man. Chicken Man is just trying to make something happen, and he gets wind that everybody knows that the fight is coming to Atlanta. We can get into the historical part of this. Ali didn't go fight for the country, and of course the crackers was mad about it, and they tried to make my brother suffer. What you got? Can't say.
And it wasn't just the crackers; it was the Knicks too.
They were mad. They were just as mad too.
They were just as mad, and I can kind of understand many, because a lot of black men was just drafted.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, because Huddy was mad. My bad.
Right, and they were thrown out in that. They were just thrown into it. Like, well, I can't. I'm not from an affluent family. I'm not college bound. Oh, well, you can go. And I still look at with what happened to Ali as that was the get back, because when he went, he was a 4F, and then he wins this championship, changes his name, starts talking that talk. Well, you look like a healthy buck. Are we going to put you as a 1A? You're going to Vietnam. And yeah, so he used religion, and he was a conscientious objector, but that's in the law. So he had every right to say no. Based on my religion, I'm not doing this. So yeah, white folks
we can't use loopholes.
Well, no, we never.
Only they can use loopholes. We
And
cannot
they still do.
Use the loopholes that they put in place.
The only loophole that we could use, that they will let us use, and that they will put on us, is the one that is known as a noose around our neck.
Ooh. And that talk about it. Talk about it.
Because They can move the goalposts, and that's what they did with him.
Mm-hmm.
They moved the goalposts to the point where not even a field goal shot out of a cannon it just wouldn't matter. He needed to be punished. And if it's one thing that America does perfectly and does well, it's punish people of color. And by people of color, I mean black folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can't get that mixed up because even though they tried, we ain't doing that no more. Just us.
Yeah.
Separate ourselves.
Bringing Keenan Ivory Wayne's message is true. I mean, it is what it is. This man is the world champion. And they tried to use, Joe Louis went and fought for his country. Joe Louis did it on his own.
Yep.
Joe Louis wasn't forced to go for World War II. Joe Louis did it because he was patriotic. Y'all throwing me in here to confuse and to get more black men to get into this so they could go capture these bullets for a lot of these college white kids, white boys, and rich white boys, Donald Trump, not to go.
Bone Spurs.
Mr. Bone Spurs himself, or take it how you want it. George W. Bush. He went into the Air Force Reserve, but they was about to ship him out, but Papa Bush said, not with my child.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they pick
it is what it is.
And even
and I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot Don Cheadle's name in the movie.
Detective Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson. JD.
HUD had animosity towards Ali because HUD was a military man.
And I don't understand why. Like, I understand that you were in the military, but like the wife said, you was placed in Missouri. Nigga, stop with the rah-rah, I'm in the military. Like, but Ali was very outspoken about why he did not want to go. And he was like, there is nobody in the Viet Cong that has ever done anything to me. So why should I go over there and shoot them for people that have actually done something to me? If that does not speak to a black man in that time frame and you still are mad about him supposedly draft dodging, there is no hope for you.
But it's blind patriotism that black folks have always had.
That's crazy.
Even up till now, even after the vote, even after the election. Well, let's say before the election, up to the election. Black women showed more patriotism for this country than anybody that lives in this little shit ass country, right? You go back, our grandparents. My grandfather was in the Navy during World War II. His brother went overseas to fight. They come back. They're not, thank you for your service, Mr. Francis. Thank you for your service, blah, blah, blah. Why is that nigger wearing a goddamn military outfit?
Okay.
Darker. And I'm sorry I sound like Mitch McConnell, but the bitch fell down the steps. So again, we go all out for a country that never gave any kind, not any, like, how can I put it? Love that could be validated. That's tangible. Even though we got rights. Okay, thank you. We should have had it from day one. Ali put America on notice. But the thing is, America does not want to notice his sin. So it makes you pay the punishment for it. Yeah. And to strip him of his title, to strip him of his the way to make a living. And for the fact that Atlanta was the only city that said, come on in and, punch on what was his name? Jerry Conway, I believe his name was.
Jerry Conway.
Go for it. And what I do love about this show and what I love how they portrayed Atlanta. Atlanta was about to become the Wakanda, I guess.
The Black Mecca. We'll use
the Black Mecca.
Oh, Jerry Quarry. Excuse me.
Jerry Quarry. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was at the beginnings, in the beginnings of becoming the Black Mecca. Maynard Jackson hadn't become mayor yet, but you can see black folks were really sitting in seats of power. The only thing that's sad was that the police force still was an old boy, still had that old boy mentality. That
Isn't
good
that
old boy
crazy
mentality.
that they told him, we'll let you be a cop, but you can't arrest no white people?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of shit is that?
That's how it was for many black policemen back in the 60s and 70s.
Or shoot at them.
Yeah.
Because like I appreciate how this series shows you how Hudson, when they were at like in that cabin in the middle of nowhere, like Hudson was just like, don't shoot your gun. They're just eggs. Mm-hmm. Imagine that awareness with cops today.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's but
cops today don't have the fear that black cops or black men or black people have ever had. Because if you were a white cop, you were literally the cream of the crop.
Right.
Quite literally the cream of the crop. So you had no fear of backlash. You had no fear of anything because you weren't going to get persecuted. Because really, truth be told, a lot of white cops in that time frame became cops because they couldn't wear robes anymore. So, I have to, let me take this robe off. So let me put this badge on.
Yep.
And I mean,
so they weren't scared of persecution. They weren't scared of losing their jobs for shoot. They could shoot other white people, and they could sure as shit shoot us.
The LAPD back in the 1960s.
The LAPD back in the 1990s.
Well, but the thing is that in the 60s they started hiring good old boys from the South, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. I kind of love it how they said, but they didn't get the ones from Virginia. They weren't racist enough. They had to go into the deep South. So you got the Georgia boys and all of them.
They knew what they was doing.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing because they saw that influx of black folks moving to California because of the auto industry, and bada bing, bada boom. But here you see Atlanta, you do see black folks professional.
Yeah.
Hud is a cop. His wife is an activist / I guess attorney.
She was a social worker, I believe.
Okay, social worker. You even though he was a hustler and he wasn't born in New York, Frank Moulton, real estate. His money was dirty. He was a part of the black mafia. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, he was a Georgia boy.
Yeah.
And he had promised himself to never set foot back in Georgia at one point. Mm-hmm. But this was too good of a deal to pass up. And the one thing I really like about Frank Moulton is he was right on the way he wanted to build a legacy. It ain't just about crime. There is white collar crime that you can get away scot-free. And that's in real estate,
Club
in
Fed.
businesses. Huh?
I said, you go to Club Fed.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that, man. I was like, damn, Frank is right. Because they never talked about dope. They never talked about killing. All Frank was like, I need that plot of land right there by that airport. Because once I get that, the money the money flows.
To be fair, they killed somebody when they got off the plane.
Well, they didn't talk about killing. I said
I didn't say they didn't discuss it. It wasn't in the group chat.
On the plane.
It wasn't in the group chat.
Yeah, as soon as they stepped
out, the hollow points. Yeah, they pop.
I mean, there is some killing that was to be expected. We knew that was going to, like, the man is still a gangster for real, but he wasn't your everyday average. I'm running, right. I'm selling dope, I'm selling drugs, I'm selling guns, I'm whatever. Like you said, this man is wanting real estate and he's wanting land and he's wanting plots and buildings and businesses, and so I'm like, I get it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciated it for that. But like I said, the animosity, you spoke on, Anthony, between him and Ali. I do think that was played out well within the story, because he said we called him Mr. Clay when he first met him. Right? Yeah. He was like, he said, I've been called many things. I've been called Cassius. I've been called Ali. I've even been called, I think he said niggas, but I've never been called Mr. Clay.
Mr. Clay.
he said,
my daddy.
That's my daddy. He kept his eye on him the entire time.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to ask, because Jason, I know that you mentioned this as the series was going on, how you liked how the actor portrayed Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll say for me
That's
at
pretty
first, I was on the fence. I was like, wait,
Dave
like
Chappelle.
what is this? Because I remember watching One Night in Miami.
Oh yes.
I
And
haven't
so
seen
you
that
see
still.
do
You
better.
still haven't seen it?
Please
It
do
was
better.
pretty good. It was
It's
pretty
really
good.
good. But just to see Ali in this, I was just like, I was on the fence, but then by episode 2 and as it went on, I was like, okay, he's starting to grow on me.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, I'm enjoying his character because the accent, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay, yeah. His accent wasn't the best. His Ali, him trying to sound like Ali wasn't the best. But also, you got to keep in mind if you're comparing One Night in Miami Ali to Fight Night Ali, that's a 6 year. That's a 6 year difference.
Yeah. So when I think Ali, I be thinking Will Smith.
I think Will Smith.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
That's totally understandable.
In my One Night in Miami, he seemed very calm, but of course it was after a fight. So they were just chilling. And so just to see different variations of Ali in different projects, I think it's also entertaining as well, to where I'm just like, okay.
Because I think Ali in 60, is it 63 he wins the championship or 64? It's one of those. He's only 20, maybe 21 years old. He's a kid. And I know he's legal in the eyes of the law, but he's still young.
Right.
By the time we get to 1970, he is seasoned. He is well prepared. He understands the assignment he has to go through in life. He is not only a hero, but he is also a target. And that is the thing. Once he said and denied, I am not getting drafted. To hell with it. That heroism that everybody sort of liked. Now, black folks adored him. White folks tolerated him. Older white folks. The I guess the hippies and the counterculture white folks were kind of like, yeah, sticking it to the man. That changes for him. It was cool when he was Cassius Clay and he won the title. But once the belt went around his waist and he said, I will now be known as Muhammad Ali, it was like the record scratch in the bar when the wrong person walk in. Silence hit everybody. And as the old saying says, you could hear a rat pissing on cotton.
Everybody. But you have to remember, Anthony, who he was surrounding himself with by that time. Yeah. When Ali first started out, it was like his family and then the promoters. What's the dude with the cul-de-sac?
What are you calling?
I can't.
Boudini shit.
Yes, Boudini. But like as he progressed, think about who he started to hang around with. He was hanging out with Malcolm X. He was hanging out with the Nation of Islam. He was hanging out with all these poets. Like you see him
having meetings with, who became his manager.
Right. You see him taking meetings with people like Maya Angelou. He's having these conversations with these figures that are intellectuals, and so his mindset has then shifted. So who he was and who he turned into be were totally different. Now he was still a whore, but
hey, no we listen, we don't judge.
I'm not judging, but if factually he was a whore.
We'll just throw it out like this. Every revolutionary has a whole face.
I mean, I'm not
everyone. And it's life, yeah.
And that man made I will say this, he made good goddamn decisions because every wife and girlfriend was better looking than the next one. So it was no sloppy shit going on. I will say at least that.
My mom went to school with his third wife, Veronica Porsche. She's from Louisiana.
Yes, she's a
Creole girl from New Orleans. She went to my mom, then went to the same high school.
Michael Michelle played her in the
movie,
Will Smith movie.
Yep.
You know who didn't have a whole face? Fred Hampton.
He didn't live long enough.
He didn't get a chance to.
Baby. How long you got to live to have a whole face, Anthony?
No, he loved that little girl. He didn't. Nah, he wasn't trying to have that. And he was a different kind of revolutionary. Yeah. Like you can't be all that black power and then be rah 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 and then be out here fucking too. So,
but also he wasn't on the road as much.
Also, wasn't the hoes around the house, around his city.
No, because old girl was with him
a
everywhere.
Rainbow Coalition, not a bottom bitch session. That man had a mission.
Hey man, that's hilarious.
He had a mission.
Fred
knew his assignment.
Since you bring up them bottom bitches, I will say there were some I think Jason mentioned it. There were some beautiful motherfuckers in this movie.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
There were no sloppy women. None. There weren't even any sloppy men. There were definitely no sloppy women in this movie.
Man, shout out to Shorter that had to run a distraction for Kevin Hart in the house. Shout out to her.
Oh,
so I do have a question for y'all. Since we are here talking about the beautiful cast that we had in this movie, in this series, I created a game instead of Fuck, Marry, Kill. Suck, stab, steal.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Suck, stab, and steal. All right.
Yes.
Well, so you do two at the same time.
What are my choices?
Your choices are characters from this series.
I need to get a pen. Hold on.
Yes.
I gotta take notes.
You can pick anybody who you prefer to suck, stab, or steal from. Actually, suck, stab, and steal. Pick three different characters.
Okay.
Does anyone have their characters already available? Because I know I should have actually said.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you do got your. You're just over here sitting like I'm.
I know. I'm just throwing this out there because I was just like, oh, this is gonna be fun if I hit him on the head like out of nowhere with it. But
let me see.
Helene getting her stuff together. Anthony's also getting their stuff together.
Oh, so I'm together. I am ready.
Anthony, who do you have for our suck, stab, and steal?
Okay, off the top, I am sucking Maxine. The way them hip huggers hug them hips.
Wait, which one is Maxine?
She was the sassy one that was with Viv with the big afro.
Oh, the light skin shit. So is that the girl from the commit with the show with Nick Cannon?
Wildin' Out?
Wasn't she on Wildin' Out? The light skin girl?
I mean,
I kept looking at her. I'm like, I know that chick's face from something.
She looked very familiar, but
she's been on a couple of shows, and I ain't gonna lie, the first time I saw on that episode and she walked out, she got out of that what she was in, a Mustang or
it was
a Camaro.
It was
a Mustang. Mm-hmm. And she turned and hit that side profile on the camera, and all I saw was fro and ass. I was like, okay, I will.
And that fro was perfectly coiffed too, baby.
She did some Afro sheen before she got on that scene, because my goodness. But her name is Teresa Celeste. She's been on shows like Millennials and The Lower Bottoms, and Lord, she had a very nice lower bottom. But she is definitely getting sucked on. I'm gonna be honest. Faye got to get stabbed.
Oh no,
Faye got to get stabbed. I'm sorry.
Stabbing Faye.
That's my son.
Faye gotta go. Faye gotta go.
She was such a good wife.
She was. So that means I couldn't be sucking on her. She attached to Chicken Man, so she got to get shanked. Phone check, man. Phone check.
What was the last one?
Oh, I'm robbing. I am so robbing Viv. I'm robbing Viv.
Hey.
Viv, I'm sorry. By the end of that, Viv came off like gangbusters, and she got her shit together. So I know that passive income is just sitting under a mattress, because you know Viv can't get no bank account. One, it's the 1970s and women couldn't get bank accounts. But two, Viv seems like she don't trust nobody. So mattresses will be filled with money. Hey, sorry, Viv, you got to get got straight up.
I understand that. I'm with you.
But I love you. And I could catch her on a good time too, because I know Chicken Man gonna be pecking at her tut. So I know she gonna be busy while I'm taking the money out of the mattress.
Boy, they don't know about tut. That's a Louisiana term. They don't know tut.
Tut is a term for puss. There you go. You can have it.
I would use some content. I would use some context clues. I would have got
it. Will aid you if you start using it.
I'm already aging, brother. Helene, who you got?
Okay, so I'm stealing from Frank because, I mean, it's obvious. I'm stabbing the shit out of that pretty motherfucker. Y'all already know which one I'm talking about.
Appreciate you for that.
Terrance is getting it.
Wait. Okay, because
I'm shanking the shit out of Terrance.
Can I hold it with you and do it?
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna get some kicks in too.
Yes.
Okay.
I told you how I feel. I want to kick a motherfucker. He would be the one that I would want to rear back and kick. I'm telling you. Oh, and I don't remember what's the bodyguard's name.
Lamar.
Hold up.
Yeah. Lamar. Lamar's top of the list. It was a cross between who was David Banner's Missouri Slim?
Oh,
Missouri
yes.
Slim,
It was a toss up, but I'm going Lamar.
Y'all gonna hate me? I did not recognize that was David Banner.
Oh no! As soon as he started talking, I recognized that
I was
voice.
so
Absolutely.
into it.
That's the man he sold the character then.
He did.
He did great.
I didn't notice until later when he had Viv and he was looking for the money at the hair salon.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Is that the producer of T.I.'s Rubber Band Man who was wild as the Taliban?"
Oh no, baby.
David?
No.
Real hoes
that is
get
David.
down
Yes.
on the flow.
That is a Mississippi tatted across my back, David Banner, baby.
Said, I'll be damned. But you know what? I hope he does more movies and shows.
Yes.
That brother was good.
You know, he's become like a
good
very big, like he's become an activist over the course of the last like 15 years.
That's true.
He must have a step.
And I will say, he can rock a gray goatee like no other.
Oh, Kenny.
David
Let me say a
Banner. That's how you want your sugar daddies to look like.
What's your name?
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
you robbing cradles. You ain't got no sugar daddy.
What?
Jazz, come on.
Were you talk? You were lying. That was
that
wasn't me.
That was a
Pretend you don't acknowledge it, Jazz. So I'm gonna match her lane. I am definitely sucking Lamar because my god,
I seen Jazz swallow. She didn't know what to do. Go ahead, continue.
She was slightly discombobulated for like about 2 seconds.
She's glowing a little bit. She's got a little bit.
I gotta get the train went off the track. I gotta get back on.
There you go.
Bring it back, bounce back.
As they say, you might need to sit on a bucket of ice, sister. You heating
up. I am stealing from Baby Ray.
Oh,
because that should be an easy steal right there.
Okay.
And I am going.
Whoa! I'm not gonna let you go there. He gonna see your ass come before you get there.
No, fuck him. No, he not.
If you fuck him, if you
no,
fuck
he
him,
saw cops. You. Remember, Baby Ray said he could see the cops from a mile away.
Flirting with Baby Ray will get me right then and there. Go ahead and stab his ass up. Stab him right in his little chunky ass neck.
That is true. That is true.
And I am going to steal from Willie Black.
I thought you were. Oh, you're stabbing the kid. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, you got it. I thought you said you was
See what happened?
Jazz is robbing in the rules of The Walking Dead. Everybody can get it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Jason,
Willie Black do need to be stabbed though.
He needs to be stabbed so many times.
He only had one redeeming quality the whole movie.
Yeah.
And that was the little boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was what was his name? Baby Ray?
Baby Ray.
Yeah, okay. that was his redeeming quality.
That was his only redeeming quality.
I appreciated him though, man.
How do you appreciate somebody like Willie Black?
Cause you gotta have ruthless niggas and stuff like this.
Because I was gonna say you always have to have a get it done kind of nigga in the group.
Yeah,
but he also had a code too.
He did.
He did have a
code.
That's what
got him killed.
He did have a code. You have to give it to him. But when they shot Don Cornelius, I was hurting.
Don Cornelius.
He's talking about Saniqua.
Okay.
He's talking about Saniqua.
Nah, that was fucked up.
He told no. He played Don Cornelius in another show.
He
in the
did,
show.
Yeah,
he did.
He played in American
that
Soul.
Was him.
Yeah, he was Don Cornelius. And
his fro was horrible, by the way.
It was.
Like his fro.
It was.
It looked kind of crazy. Wasn't the best in American Soul. So I guess they said let's just stick with the character.
I got Suck Faye.
Was Monique in this movie?
She wasn't.
No.
She wasn't.
Jason would probably suck her if she was.
It wasn't. I'm going to. I mean, you really can't do too much robbing on the women on this thing. So yeah, I'm definitely going Viv. Definitely robbing Viv. And shanking the sister that sold out Andre. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That was cold.
Nah,
that was cold.
Oh, the big girl.
Yeah, I gotta get her. She would have been my. She probably would have been my but she sold my guy out, and I ain't like that she did that all because she felt like he was with the little girl. Like, don't be. See, Monique taught you. Monique wasn't around at this point, but she taught big girls not to do that. Like, we not doing that.
Man, look here.
Be a proud big girl.
I have become a nice big girl because when I was, like up until I was like 26 and I was still like a little girl, I would have sold a big bitch out. I would have sold the 40-year-old me out. The 26-year-old me would have sold the 40-year-old me out.
That's crazy.
And about the 36-year-old me would have sold Jazz's ass out in a heartbeat. I mean, like the skinny bitch over there that want to be at the gym doing the tougher mudder. She did it. I seen her. But I've grown. In my old age, I have grown, and I wouldn't do that to Jazz now.
And I was gonna ask y'all like, who would y'all have to do this job with y'all? But now I'm like, Helene, you're not on my list.
I'm saying, I've grown. I've grown.
I will say this though, old girl that did snitch on Andre. I was like, oh, come on, Thunder Biscuit, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
Thunder Biscuit.
Like she was like he gifted you something.
They got to a fight.
No, that fight. The fight is the fight big enough to sell a man. Now he ain't really been getting nothing for it.
He tried to give her a bracelet, and she got mad.
She got mad. Trying to pan off your stolen goods on me. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, and that was another thing too.
That's like giving your new chick your ex chick's old jewelry.
It's not like that.
It's called recycling.
Anthony,
and I'm giving it to you out of love.
It was
Anthony.
Real.
It's wrong.
Was it real or not?
The simple fact that y'all when a girl sends y'all a selfie that is on her socials, which is recycled, that's y'all be like, I want something unique. But when somebody tries, y'all be trying to get somebody recycled motherfucking jewelry.
Whoa! That's what we going with it. That's what we going with it.
Slow your
roll. Give me that boy math real quick.
Hey, you got it. Hey,
pretty toes to breaks. Hold on, sister. Do you have a 24 karat Tiffany bracelet?
Why you asking me what I got in my house so people can rob me?
Number one, if I gave you my ex bitch 24 karat Tiffany bracelet,
I don't want that bitch shit.
Okay, you're
do I know it's hers?
Do you know it's hers? You don't.
I'm asking.
No, I gave it to you in the box.
No.
So I don't have that information to say that.
Once the box goes open, you're gonna be like, no, you ain't gonna be like, I bet you that was for that other bitch. No,
let me bring this bitch.
Tiffany bracelet and some shrimp scampi. Let me bring this out back.
So, and Jazz, when you get one of these videos from one of these hoes out here that may send you one of them videos of them pleasuring himself, do you want him saying your name in the video or no?
Wait, chill out.
You want your name to be said in this video, yes or no, Jazz?
Yeah.
All right. So if he send you just a random ass video with no sign, no sounds, no breathing, no nothing, I'm saying you can be like, oh, is that what bitch did you send this to? No,
I'm not asking that.
You want original content.
Jason
in this. Well, so yes,
you can usually look at the background because y'all don't pay attention to like details. I can look at the background and be like, nigga, you ain't had them sheets in years. I know for a fucking fact.
That's why you don't do it there. That's why you do not do it there.
Every bathroom.
Come on, Ed. Talk to me, Ed. Yes. No.
I don't edit videos for a living for nothing. I have worked in production.
I've learned the women games. I know how y'all play. I know how y'all do stuff. Y'all recycling. But shout out to Apple because you can download the video and see when that motherfucker created it. I know the dates, baby. Don't play with me.
Metadata is
I'm not gonna lie. That shit got me caught up one time.
This is true.
You sent me this before, and I was like, "What you mean?" Yeah, I was like, "For real." Ooh.
September 27th, 2024 at 5:15 a.m. That's when it was sent.
That was one of the moments where I was just like, "Oh, that nigga paid attention."
So you just gonna pull up that forward and just send me some old shit, huh? You didn't even think about me.
Y'all wouldn't rob Lola Falana? She got money.
Lola Falana, I don't know.
But this
rob Lola Falana?
The ghost of Red Fox would haunt me
Lori Harvey.
my life, and
I ain't even thinking.
The fact that she wasn't even on y'all suck list is kind of crazy.
Right.
Look here, man.
Had you not seen Maxine?
I'm saying, bro.
Don't get it twisted.
Faye sold me from the beginning.
Beautiful.
Maxine was.
Let me do it like this.
Wait. What did you say about Faye?
Mate, she sold me. I just like the way Faye look. It's just the
Jesse loves a good Christian girl.
Anthony finna jump.
No. I'll do a solid. Have your fun. The bitch die later.
He's so thoughtful.
Right. I care. I'm not selfish. I'm like, you had fun, Jason? Great. Home check, bitch. Home check. And then she could be like, hey, at least you get to see God.
She got there. And man, but this story, in all honesty, wasn't this story just about how niggas make bad decisions? I feel like that's what they should have named it. Because nigga, once you rob all these niggas and you run away with $1 million, almost $1 million, what are we waiting for anybody to give me anything extra for? Especially when Mac done already put together, this nigga Emerson done put himself an alibi. He don't want to be a part of this thing no more.
Right.
I'm done with this.
Emerson was cold.
Like the night we met at that house, it would have gotten divvied up, and I wouldn't tell y'all. Yeah. I wouldn't have seen any of them ever again.
I kept thinking nobody had the wherewithal, the awareness to understand these niggas was some of the biggest people. Tommy had already broke it down for these niggas, and Mac really broke it down for these niggas. That nigga Andre, he got the real, and he was trying to. He did his best to get the fuck. I don't know why he went back home. As he got his money, he should have been on the road.
Well, his biggest problem was he let his pimping get his ass killed. And when his uncle told him, they come into my establishment. This ain't no game, dude. Get out. He should have left right then and there. But he had to do some stupid stuff. Try to get him a little bit more trim before it was over with. You know, he went, Thunder Biscuit was there, and then everything went down south.
And this bitch Thunder Biscuit.
Blew up in his face and bullets in his back.
But that ain't where it happened, because she sold him out way before that. When he got his money from Mac, he should have got on the road at that point. Why did he go back home? Why he get money then go home?
He didn't get all of his money though. Nobody got any of their money.
Nobody.
But Mac broke him off part of the money. He was like, I got it. He said, so if you know what's better for you, y'all would be leaving right now too. And they were like, man.
So JC, you taking a little bit of the money? You taking 3K?
You gonna fight?
You taking 3K? Like
3K over my life? I'm not fit to fight. I'm not fit to fight over it. Like for what?
Jazz, 3K in 1970 is like you walking around with a grip. You walking around with a grip.
I'm just saying,
but they had no. But I understand what Jazz is saying, because they would have. I think they would have each gotten
200
something.
Yeah, 200 apiece.
So to know that you would have gotten 200,000 and you only got 3, I'd have been a little salty too. Now, once I found but the flip side of that is, once I found out who Frank was and who the rest of those people were, I'd have been like, let me take this 3 and go.
Yeah. Or there was a lot of cash. Let's hurry up, divvy up this cash. And
leave the shit, leave the jewelry.
And I don't understand why Mac just didn't divvy up the money, because like he was waiting. I guess he was waiting on they got popped, and then they found out he got. He was waiting on Emerson. Yeah,
he was trying to be the honor.
Yeah, there's no honors amongst these. I don't even know why you did
that. Once I thought about Emerson and how I felt he put me in that situation, cut. It's done, right? Because I'm not crossing him. He already.
But it's not even. It's not even about being the thieves. It was more of brothers in arms, because they both served in Nam together.
They were the ones that were friends. Like Mac didn't really know the rest of them people.
Right.
He knew Willie Black.
He knew Willie Mac. He knew Willie Mac though.
Emerson knew Willie.
Emerson knew Willie.
Right.
A real hitter.
Mac knew Baby Ray and Chloe Bailey's character. What was her name?
Lena.
Like that. Yeah.
All right. So I just want to go ahead and say this.
Nice ass, baby.
I got respect for Chloe. She didn't sell me in this role.
Okay.
When she was crying outside before she got shot, she didn't sell me. I was just sitting here like, her character did not sell me. She wasn't lot better and grownish, but in this role, in my opinion, I feel like they could have gotten somebody that could have sold you a lot better than what she gave you.
I mean, I think she did as well as it needed to be. What more was needed from her? She needed to be.
She wasn't even a memorable character.
She wasn't.
She doesn't have to be. She's not.
She does.
She's not. She doesn't. She's not. She's not.
Story.
She wasn't.
Like you could have gotten any random chick to do that same part.
That would have done a lot better and probably cost you a lot less more.
What was her importance? What was her importance though?
She was an inside man.
She was the mole in the inside with the lady.
And she was supposed to be made. She did a terrible job. She was meant to be intentionally terrible.
Her terrible job seeped into the role. Yeah. And
I think she was.
We can agree to disagree. I don't think she showed up for this role. Like
I think she did. I think she was supposed to be bad at the role. So you telling me everything?
I don't think she was though. I don't think they picked her to be specifically made. She was supposed to be like the inside man in the job because she was at the party before them. She was supposed to get picked to come to the party.
I mean,
she wasn't supposed to get made.
I mean, Will Packer picked her to be somebody to be made when she was at the party because now you remember it turned over and it was like, nah, this bitch is in on it. And I feel like it was meant to. I think her role was meant to be that because she never did nothing to be. Because when she was like, "Hey Tommy, go your ass home. We not dealing with this." Like that, everything up until that point, she was on point. And when she tricked Kevin Hart, Chicken Man when she was outside on him, when Tommy robbed him and when she gave the thing back, she did a decent job in that. Like all of it,
she didn't. You could have threw a few actresses in there around her age.
You could have threw some no-name chicks in there, and it would have been the same. And you could have picked any random pretty girl and thrown her into that role, and it would have been the same outcome.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but why not? But why not grab somebody with a following? Why would you grab a random person and put them into that role?
Because they would have acted better in that role than she did.
I think she gave what was supposed to be given.
You mean to tell me that scene when Samuel L. Jackson had his gun in her face and she.
When she cried, I didn't care. She was dying. Who gives a fuck at that point? She's dying.
Stop.
Who cares? She's gonna get her head blown off. Thank you. You got shot the fuck.
You know
off.
what it is though? She's not a character that was really there for you to have any feelings about in the long run.
It's not a thing because what impact? Because Tommy hit you, Jazz. Tommy's death hit you for real.
Tommy was the boy that killed himself in the interrogation room.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I felt bad for him because I understand that.
I didn't ask you that. I said that his character did his character make you be like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this.
Ain't that what the fuck I just excuse me. Yes, Jason. His character had me like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this. But Chloe's character, I was similar, had that gun in her head. I was just like, yeah, go ahead and take her out of here. Was it Chicken Man?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I need it. She would have had to die because it would have had to. It was the point of proving that Frank is that nigga at that point. At that point, they had to prove who the firm was. So they began to affirm themselves.
Oh no, yeah, I wasn't mad
that she died. Yeah. I am just talking about her performance when she was on screen because even when Willie Black came up to her trying to flirt with her, and she put her little knife from her hair to his neck, like all of that just seemed. It didn't seem natural to me. A lot of it felt forced to where I was just like, I wasn't sold on her character.
Yeah.
Through those first couple of episodes.
And also I think it's going to take, she's still growing into her own as an actor. And I think this for you, Jazz, might not have been like, oh, okay, I see growth from grownish till now. I think when she was in Swarm, was it Swarm? Yeah. She, the character she played in Swarm, I thought she really proved herself there. In time, I think the more and more she gets her chops up and she'll be that actor where it doesn't matter what character she plays, she just always brings it. And it's also a testament to the director as well, because the directors, whoever direct, has to find ways to bring out the character that they want on the screen. Maybe the director was like, okay, Chloe Bell, she fine, we good. She's just a plot thread. She's just moving the plot along.
Look, Chloe is a pretty girl. Sure. She can sing. She might want to stick to singing.
Oh,
have you ever watched Grownish?
She was good and praised it. But now Grownish didn't require much. So let's
that
let's
part.
let's
Exactly.
Okay.
let's
It's a team show. I got
keep
it.
it a buck.
And she
Let's
could
keep
play,
it a
and
buck.
she played off of her sister in Grownish up until that last season when what's her name was
Yeah.
doing Little Mermaid. She had her sister to kind of play off of, which helped the situation because that was the part of the like their character arc was that they were these twins and they played off each other. Da, 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 da. When her sister was not there, that's when you started to see she's not that great.
Yeah.
Like stick to being pretty, stick to posting thirst traps on Instagram, and stick to singing.
Okay. Well,
now she wasn't great at thirst traps. Now she's just got good at that. So I will say that.
No,
As
she's
a nigga
posted
that like
some good
ass,
ones. I'm not mad at
she
him.
just
She
got
posted
good at
some
Sex
it.
appeal is
some
something
damn
that
good
has
ones.
to be developed. Sometimes
It
it's
is.
natural for women.
It
Sometimes
is.
it's not.
And
I'm
look,
not saying.
I can't post that kind of shit. Like I can't
You can try.
I can't do that.
You can do
It's not in
whatever
my
you put your
it's not in my
mind to.
I'm too goddamn goofy for shit like that. Like if I sit
She
there
is
and
too.
bite
You
my
ever
finger,
see-
that shit looks stupid. She can
Do it
do that
again.
shit. I
Right.
can't do that shit.
Can I say
So
something right
she
quick?
has a skill that I have not developed and probably never will. So I admire said skill.
I do want to say this though, and I have to.
Anthony,
You
you
got
finna
to
say
give
some fuck
credit.
shit, aren't you?
No. I'm not
Oh,
quoting
okay.
no Mary J. Blige lyrics or none of that.
Shoot.
Sam Jackson. This could be a shoot moment. Sam Jackson as Frank Moulton. It is something I don't know what it is. It is his look. It is the hair.
I like
It
this
is the goatee with the little gray patch with the silver patch, and the fact that mofo was walking around chewing licorice sticks and not the candy but the actual licorice bark.
Mhm.
I went, okay, this dude definitely is from Harlem. He is portraying this cat. I was waiting for him to kick his feet up and he would have had on those Timberlands. And you would have heard Cameron and the Dipset anthem playing. Sam Jackson is just amazing as this character. I mean, he really put the fear of God in everybody.
Everybody.
Well, not
And it
everybody,
wasn't
because that Puerto Rican wasn't too scared till he got
well, the Puerto
popped.
Rican wasn't scared, but the Puerto Rican didn't understand who he truly was messing with. Thus meaning now I have to prove who I really am. And that's what I loved about Frank. Frank don't kill recklessly. He's very methodical. He's very structured. He understands what needs to be done and he gets it done. Now, for that perm having heifer Cadillac, that right there, that was such a I knew he was a Judas. I didn't know how Judasy he was. That's the thing. I didn't know how bad it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I gotta give it to Terrance Howard, man. He played Cadillac perfectly. I mean, it was basically DJ as a gangster and not a pimp. But I liked that, and I loved his mama.
Oh my God.
Yes.
The Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen as his mama.
Me. Because I said,
Whoa.
wait a minute, bitch. I said, is that Debbie Allen? Got her cussing and shit.
I know, it was good too.
Well, you cannot expect less from Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen is the cursor of the two sisters. Felicia Rashad is the churchman. If you want to see Hallie and Chloe, they're the originals. Felicia Rashad is the Hallie, very reserved, very prim, very proper. She is Claire Huxtable.
You ever seen DR from Detroit? You ever seen DR from Detroit?
Yes.
When she talking about fucking the Temptations?
I did see it, but again,
that was
in real life.
Don't do that. I don't want to hear Claire Huxtable talk about fucking Temptation. I was like, no, Claire, not Jason, you.
If you ever see them together, like in just sisterly conversation,
especially when they were younger.
Yes,
Debbie Allen, was a cusser.
Debbie was that down ass bitch. Debbie was the one that cuts you out, and Felicia'd be like, she just had a bad day. Have some chamomile. Debbie would be like, fuck chamomile, bitch. How about a razor blade to your goddamn throat?
Yeah, now give me this white fur and put it on me.
Exactly. But she played, man, when she told Cadillac straight up, you need to take care of your daddy's legacy. And I just love how Terrance Howard, I'm not gonna say Deshaun.
Thank you. Nigga,
I like how he played Cadillac because he was spoiled.
As fuck.
He was a mama's boy.
As fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a true underling. And
so he was basically Drake when Degrassi was out.
I'm gonna leave it. But I will say this. His daddy was bitch made.
Oh.
He bitch made. Because Frank, every time he tried his hardest to show that I'm a man,
mama got more heart than your daddy bitch ass.
Bitch ass.
Listen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Samuel L. Jackson has some of the best quotes in this series.
Yes,
he did.
Yes.
Because he said, only problem your daddy had was your bitch ass mama. And he said, yo, high yellow possum. No, that was Chicken Man to Cadillac. Yeah. But I thought I had it written down, but I had a wild quote that Frank said to him.
Yeah.
When he cussed him out, and I was just like, "Oh, that's gonna be the moment right there where Cadillac said, you know what? I ain't working for this motherfucker no more."
and that's the thing. I really liked how they portrayed the whole setup with Silky coming in, and Silky was supposed to be the patsy.
And then Silky
is a prime example of why you cannot refer everybody to a job.
No.
That is who Silky was. You can't refer everybody to a job because
why didn't Silky run if he knew he was looked at? I would have been like, no, fuck that. I gotta go.
Because running makes
Where is he gonna
guilty.
go?
Who gives a damn? You gonna die anyway, nigga. Who gives a fuck where you gotta go?
Better to catch the bullet to the back than the face.
I really think Silky thought that he was like Frank knows me. Frank knows I ain't gonna know. I really think that he thought that he could, like, Frank wasn't gonna, he wasn't gonna get popped, or that they would listen to reason or something.
He couldn't have.
And then they didn't even shoot him. They choked him out.
They choked him out.
He didn't
think that because he was like, man, they gonna kill both of us because he think I'm in it with you. He was like, you got the people yet? Like, we got every time they get somebody, they get killed. I was like, man, this is like it was like a perfect situation, everything, perfect storm. Every step of the way, it was a perfect storm.
Even when they killed Silky over the phone, to make Chicken understand this is not a game, I was like, yo, Frank Moulton is that dude. He is that dude. And if you go back and read the history, he's around the same time with Frank Lucas. He's around the same time with Nicky Barnes. The Giancana family, the whole 5 families of the Italian mafia, they're all mixed in that. And Frank was power when it came to it in Harlem. He was that dude. Everybody else was just like, well, I'm running heroin. I'm selling hash and all of that. I'm gonna do the drugs. Frank had his hands in everything, and everybody had to pay him. You know, he was that guy. And he wasn't, the one thing I loved, he wasn't flashy. Cadillac was flash. Slim, flash. Even Mushmouth.
Mushmouth was flashy too.
Clayton Powell Jr. is, please, somebody give that black
Pinky,
man his flowers. Pinky. Andre Thompson from Rock, trash man. I don't care.
I liked him.
Clayton Powell. Oh, what was his name in what you call it? Chauncey. Oh, bitch ass Chauncey in Menace to Society. Who snitched?
Chauncey.
Clayton Powell is a true legend, and we should always respect that man. I don't care what movie he's in. Every time he's in it, I gotta watch it. But I loved how each of those gangsters was portrayed. The butcher from Illinois, that big husky one. Yeah, that dude was a fool. I like the way they did him. And his ring, that ring he had.
Yeah. Couldn't he come off?
It's the diabetes. The swelling.
The diabetes.
Diabetes took him.
So I think we can all pretty much come to the conclusion that this series had a large cast of talent. And so I was curious about you.
Except Chloe.
Of y'all experience with this, because I know when I asked a few people, like, have you watched Fight Night? a lot of people said they haven't seen it, which is so crazy to me because I'm just like, you have an all-star black cast of a series that came out.
It's anti-black at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, you know what? I did not start watching it until y'all said y'all were going to do this episode, and they had I think Anthony, you had already watched it. I think Britt had watched it. My thing was, I thought it was going to be like jokey Kevin Hart. I thought it was going to be something lighter than what it was. I did not think that it was going to be what I ended up watching. That's why I didn't initially watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I'll be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jazz.
No, I was just going to say, like, I feel like with this series, I don't think the marketing was done
That's where
well.
I was going.
Correct.
Because I'm like, when you have a series like this with so much talent, Oscar nominees, Oscar winners in this project, why is this not on so many feeds? And I think that's extremely unfortunate because when I talk to people that have seen it, they loved it. I haven't heard anything negative about this series of talking about it to people that have seen it. So I'm like, okay, there seems like it might be a disconnect because I'm just
I think it comes from the curse of streaming.
It is. It's not marketing anymore. It's not marketing anymore because if you are a person who's for TV, it comes like that. You're gonna find it like because it's a conversation. Because most conversations you and I have, people always say, "How do y'all have time to?" or "How did y'all find?" or "How do you?" We have a whole group chat of us just being able to share new things, stuff, and we know when shit coming out. So if I miss it, Jazz may get it, or if Jazz may miss it, our brother Chris may get it, or it may be Casey or anybody else inside the chat that we have of everybody being able to share and put this stuff out. So I'm not gonna blame marketing for this one. In that because it was a thing and everybody was talking about it, and I'm not gonna say everybody see or follow Kevin Hart. I don't know how everybody feel about Kevin Hart, but you got Kevin Hart, Don Cheadle, Chloe, you got Samuel Jackson. I don't know if Samuel Jackson got social media.
He does.
I mean, David Banner, you got David Banner, Saniqua Walls, you have Taraji P. Henson. All these people put this shit on their feed. So a nigga follow one of them niggas. So it's not lack of that. Niggas just a lot of times I feel like even one people just until niggas don't jump on the bandwagon until
we gave up on social media, sir, after the election. Some of us just have not gone back.
But this came out.
I would agree.
Came out before.
Why you let me go across the head with it? Because I feel like, what the fuck they gotta do with what I'm saying tonight?
I stole his thunder. Bad Anthony.
But no, I promise you. I have multiple, like I got Hulu, Peacock, Amazon, Netflix, HBO Plus, Paramount. I have all these streams. So like I will see something and we'll see the little fake ass commercial come up, and I'll be like, oh, I'll watch and forget completely because there's so many streaming networks out there that I will forget about it and put it to the back burner. But outside of that initial week that came out, I never saw shit about. Even if I go to Peacock right now and I have watched the show in its entirety twice, it doesn't even come up on my "you have already watched" section. Like I have to go and search for it. So it doesn't, like, if you see it, you make mental note. But after that, like you live your life and you be like, I feel for it. And y'all have a much better group chat than we have because I be ignoring these motherfuckers. So like I don't even turn the notifications on. And that's sad. I'm sorry, Anthony. I don't
take no
y'all. We have a movie chat and I'm barely in there because it's like I'll jump in there. I try to go in. I try to check in weekly.
Because you be 80 messages behind and you be like, it's too goddamn.
I don't care about the 80 messages because I will go back and read and see.
Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like having that little bubble saying how many messages I got.
Yeah, I have that completely turned off.
I'm looking at my phone right now. I got 150 text messages. I don't go
that'll
through.
Make my heart.
Yeah, I don't.
My anxiety.
It's above me now. It's above me now.
My text messages are just 6, but my emails are 46,000.
I have them all turned off.
130,163. I just don't. Some shit I just don't. It's above me, God.
Everything just stacks.
I'm trying to prioritize, but
So to piggyback off, Helene, what you said, you saying it's not even showing up in your have seen to where like. It's stuff like that to where it's like it's on these streaming services and they don't even have it at the front and center. And I understand that it came out a couple of weeks ago, but
months, but it
But
was
the thing
on the front when
is,
it came out.
You said what?
It was on the front when it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the bad thing is, unlike Netflix that does here's the top 10. This is the biggest thing that's running.
Yeah.
This is number
Peacock,
5.
Peacock doesn't do that.
Peacock really doesn't have that. Max just started doing that. And
I don't even think Amazon. I don't even think Prime does that. Do they?
I don't think so. But Max just started saying, "Here's some of the most popular."
The top 10 or what is people watching the most and all that.
Cross has been a number one TV show since November, and it's still number one.
But also, I think if it was on Max, everybody would be talking about it.
And I think that has a lot to do with it.
I could see
with
that.
what streaming services on.
1,000%.
Hell,
because
Hulu
Penguin, they
drove it home.
Penguin. Yeah.
Penguin. I think Penguin, Netflix, and Max are the top 3 when it comes to
Penguin
it.
is a
and then
show.
you have,
rest in peace, Victor.
You said Penguin is a. I'm talking about shows,
Penguin
right?
Max. You said Penguin Max and Netflix.
I meant Peacock. I'm sorry. Not Peacock. Prime.
Okay.
Prime. Max.
Prime,
that's
Hulu,
your 3 main
Max.
right now.
Prime, Hulu, and Max. Yes.
Prime, Netflix,
Max, and Hulu. But I think Prime does a good job too. But one of them allows you to add the other platforms inside of it, so it kind of
that's Prime.
Okay, so I think Prime does a great job too because it allows you to put way more streaming inside
and you know the sad thing, you know what's actually a really great streamer, but it no one cares. Apple
Paramount?
TV.
Oh,
Apple TV Plus.
Now
Apple
them
TV
niggas
does have
don't promote.
really good content.
They never promote.
Them niggas don't promote.
So
hey everyone, we have a film with Jesus.
I watch all that stuff on those.
Oh yeah, that came out 5 years ago.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not getting an Apple.
I do have a follow-up question regarding this. As viewers of shows that, of course, predominantly Black casting, do y'all think it's our responsibility to promote these shows on our social media platforms? Just because if you don't, and like when it comes to Black shows, they will cancel them immediately. Rap shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, is it our responsibility to make sure, oh, this is a new Black show. Oh, Cross, love it. Let me share it on my social platform. Oh, The Jackal, let me share it on my platform. Oh,
is The Jackal a Black show though?
It's led by
a Black lead. It does have a Black woman.
Lioness.
Yes. Black woman.
Is it
Lioness is another one. Yes.
Lioness. Yep, that's on Paramount. I think Paramount is right now. Taylor Sheridan single-handedly is keeping the lights on over at Paramount. That nigga is writing every goddamn hit show that them motherfuckers got.
They better figure something out because Byron Allen want to buy him.
He got Yellowstone.
That's the white boy that does Yellowstone with the big old ranch and shit.
Yeah, he does Yellowstone. They on their 5th season. He got Lioness. They going into their 3rd season. They just concluded their 2nd. It's like 2 or 3 more other shows.
But you know what's also helping.
The
Paramount
agency
Plus?
just dropped 2, but I don't think that's Black led. I want to start it, but I don't think it's Black led.
It got the girl I don't like, and it also got the guy
Michael
from
Fassbender. Oh,
not Michael.
wow.
I'm not talking Michael Fassbender.
I was gonna say Rashida Jones.
Nah, the other Black Jody Allen, Jody Smith, Jody.
I don't know. Jody
Turner
Slim, but it also has Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, that's it. Jeffrey Wright. So it has Black leads.
That woman looks like she is carved from a piece of
you said
onyx.
I don't want to hear that shit. No.
But you know what also keeps Paramount alive that I'm noticing. A lot of the Paramount shows, except for Yellowstone and what's the spinoff, 1930, whatever,
1922 or something like that. I know you're talking about.
When Negroes weren't existing in America, as told by white folks.
They do got a Black cowboy show on there though.
Yeah,
Lawman Bass
Reeves.
But yes, that's it.
Which is a true story.
Oh, I heard that was actually pretty good. I haven't watched it.
It was good, and I hope they have another season.
My homegirl watched it and said it was really good. So,
but the thing is a lot of those shows are going to Showtime now. After they finish their seasonal run, they show up on Showtime, so that keeps those shows in the zeitgeist and in people's minds. Now with Max, the original content, the original series, they're slowly starting to go, but they're going to Cinemax with maybe a few on HBO. Peacock's biggest problem is that, just like with NBC, they do not really nurture, nor do they push a lot of the content that they have. Fight Night should have been on regular television ad wise. Like whether you watched it on what's the Universal stations? I believe USA.
She would have got the recognition it needed.
Was that?
They should have put The Rock in this bitch. They would have got the
you
recognition.
shouldn't.
Oh no. Who The Rock was gonna play?
No.
The Rock
he could have been one of the thugs. He could have been one of the. He could have been Mushmouth.
This wasn't for him. No.
My thing is, if Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, and Taraji, like those are big names. Those aren't just.
Those are big black names, in my opinion. I hate and Jay, I say it all the time.
Isn't Samuel L. Jackson one of the? Isn't he the highest paid actor in movies?
Who said that?
He's one of them.
I don't know if he's necessarily the highest,
most busiest.
Yeah,
right.
Not the highest.
He doesn't say no to movies, so he has to because he's going.
I mean, he's up there. Samuel L. need his respect.
You think I love Samuel, so I'm gonna be respectful in that. So no, I'm
about to say something triggering.
No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say he's a big black name.
Trick word.
I feel like he's a big black name, and he works for them as well. That's the type.
White people love him too. He was over here hugging Leo after he said nigga and got shot. And Django. What you mean?
Y'all didn't answer Jazz's question. No,
they didn't.
Jazz, I don't get paid to promote movies, but I do feel some type of way sometimes. Like there are certain things that I make it a point. Like I made it a point to go see Black Panther multiple times when it came out. Mm-hmm. I made it a point to go see certain things in movie theaters when they come out because they are black movies. But do I feel that it is up to me to do the job of a studio that got paid, that is shelling out millions of dollars? No. But I will, but it's not my job. And I shouldn't have to.
I agree.
I'll say this. There was a show on Showtime that, if you go on my Twitter account, I was rooting for this show. It was called Dreaming Whilst Black. And
it was the artsy show, right? It's like kind of artsy.
Yeah, with the British, with the brother with the dreads. He's trying to make his own movie and get it produced. It's really good. Like, and they had actors I knew of because I watch a lot of stuff and a lot of British stuff, so I knew who those actors were. And I was like praising it. I was like, y'all, if y'all are not watching this show, something is wrong. Y'all don't want to watch good stuff. I understand. Go watch your Real Housewives of Bumfuck Indiana. I don't care. But
I must have missed that franchise.
Like I was in
I went to go see
the Real Housewives of Jerusalem last night. That was pretty interesting. Real interesting. Back to you, Ant.
That sounds like a Tyler Perry play.
Are there Housewives of Jerusalem? What?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
There's the Housewives of Dubai.
My daughter's play. That's what it was called. The Real
the Christmas play. Oh my!
Wait. They named this baby's Christmas play "The Housewives of Jerusalem." Is it like
Housewives of Jerusalem? Yep.
So like about Mary and
Jesus. Yep. But the wise man said, "I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm tired of looking for this star dog." I said, I fell out laughing.
What kind of Negro production of the Bible was this?
It right there. Then the king was like, "I want you to kill all the kids under 2. Kill them all." They were like, we got to take Jesus, get up out of here. They're like, and the king died. He said, "Yep," and I died. And he just jumped out of his seat and just hit the floor like like he was just planking. Just plap. I said, "God damn."
Yeah, that is a gospel play of the most Negroist.
But you know what? That's probably how Tyler Perry got his start. Doing this type of shit in middle school is how Tyler Perry got his start.
How it started.
Once they found him out that ditch. But yeah.
Anthony.
You said you was gonna bury him, dig him back up. How you gonna do that?
But no, I mean, I think we should. I don't say it's an obligation. I think it's something we should just do. But not like you must do it. Because at the end of the day, yes, it is for the distribution and the production companies to have faith in what they're putting out and to promote it. Now, we're the next line of promotion. We're the word of mouth. We're the water cooler. Like, man, did you watch Fight Night? Or, girl, did you see rap shit? I'm telling you, that bitch, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's usually the second part of promotion is the grassroots from the street level. You know, the old school posting bills, you know, you're the street team for a show that you enjoy. Like for me, the remake or the continuation of The Man Who Fell from Earth with Chiwetel Ejiofor on Showtime. I love that show. I was on it. I was like, y'all, this show, I'm so glad. The only thing I wish was that David Bowie was still alive so he could play Thomas, but he died. But they got Bill Nye. I'm good. The show was amazing. Will they have another season? Probably not. But a lot of these shows don't get that word of mouth because the stations and studios aren't pushing it to the point it becomes almost ad nauseum. To where you're like, oh, well, I guess I have to watch this, or at least let me give it one episode. You know.
Yeah.
But in 2024, how do you promote a TV show anymore? Because if I don't follow Prime, if I don't follow Netflix, if I don't follow Max, who the fuck is gonna push it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it doesn't just pop up now. Penguin, right? We can talk about Penguin. Penguin was streamed on Max. When you start anything on Max, they automatically, you can pay no ads, whatever the fuck you want to. They're gonna put that ad in the front of everything they start.
Yep.
Doom Prophecy is about to come out. You know that. I know that. I'm not gonna watch this shit. I know Doom Prophecy is out right now. Netflix, they don't do. I don't think Netflix really does. I think they do like a big. At the end, at the top of the year, they give you a big trailer reel of just everything that's gonna come out. They give that to you. So I'm on Anthony's side. I don't think it's an obligation, but on the flip side of it, I do think it's an obligation, especially with the black shows, because it's a thing. That's the thing for me. Of course, I gravitate to the black things that come on TV. I'm a black guy. I work with a black woman. We have my friends are black. My community is that. Right. So I like to see that. I would like for my kids to have their own experience when it comes to something like a living single. Well, what is the version of that? What is the version of them they can see as a kid, growing up, or That's So Raven, that they got. So me and my kid watching Raven's Home. You get to be able to experience something like that when it comes to the kids, or A Different World, or you got Bel Air, but shit, Bel Air just got canceled, so they don't even get that no more. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, like I'm not, but I look at it like the way I can. Oh my God, that new fucking! I'm rushing to the movies to go see the next Avengers movie or next Marvel movie, and then shout that bitch out on my page. No, I'm not going there to promote it. It's just that's the thing. But I feel like in the same sense, just like that, just like shit. At the top of the year, we did the Book of Clarence. Like shit, I'm rushing to go see that. It's a whole bunch of niggas that I love seeing do something I love to see. These niggas acting, they talking about the Bible, but they're taking it and making a black version of it from what his perspective of what the Bible is supposed, not what it's supposed to be, but what his perspective of what the Bible means to him in that. Or just like the Jeffrey Wright movie at the top of the year, Jazz, they came
American Fiction.
American Fiction. Like a lot of niggas
deserved so much damn
movie was great.
It did, but in that movie, niggas was shitting on it because they felt it was too highbrow, or it came from an elitist point of view, and I love that fucking movie.
And you know what? I'm gonna say to that, Jason? They would have said the same thing about Bamboozle. They would have said the same thing about Hollywood Shuffle. And Hollywood Shuffle is really street level, like in your face, parody, kind of a message movie about being black in Hollywood. And it was so well done. But I think with the way a lot of people nowadays see movies or see television, if it's too smart for me, if it's trying to be too smart, or it feels like it's talking down to me or trying to drive home, I'm not going to watch it. Because look, the last time we had something that nobody said anything bad and they lost their mind and everybody was watching it was The Harder They Fall.
God, that was a good movie.
Amazing.
That was a good movie. That was a great movie.
And the blessing for that was it took COVID, us being stuck in the house, to watch that movie. And I ain't glad for COVID, but I'm glad it got the love and attention and fanfare it got, because that was an all-star cast that was insane.
Yep.
The soundtrack, insane. The acting, insane. The action, truly insane. With a show like Fight Night should get that same attention. But we have to look at the studio to really push it out there and make it known, like, if you haven't watched Fight Night, there's something wrong with you.
But that's what I mean. We're doing that studio's job. How long are we going to continue to do these studios jobs for them while they can give minimal money to black movies that will still end up doing well? Because if I can produce a show like this, give it minimal money, give it minimal exposure, and it still do well, I'm going to continue to give every other black show minimal money and minimal exposure, because I know black people will carry it like we do. So when is it going to, like, it's a double-edged sword. When are we going to say, you need to start giving these shows, you need to start promoting Fight Night the way y'all promoted Penguin. You need to start promoting Fight Night the way you promoted Yellowstone. You need to start, like, when are we going to say that you need to promote our shows, our movies, our whatevers, the way that you promote some of these other shows? Because we are ultimately doing all the work for them.
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't remember who told me that. The difference between, because we had a conversation about it with Penguin, and we talked about Penguin and Fight Night. Somebody said it, and I know somebody else said it again. Penguin was way better than it should have been. Like, it was more shocking on how good the series was. But when we talked about Fight Night, oh man, that's classic, man. That thing, it was on point from beginning to end. Oh, I loved it.
Because like everything that we do, we are always having to be 120 times better.
For sure.
And think about the people that are in Penguin versus the people that are in this show. We are talking about just the actors in Jazz's screen. Those people are multi-million-dollar movie making actors. The Penguin cast was not that. They had a couple, but it was not the all-star cast that this show was.
In all honesty, it was really shot. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell was the biggest name. And then everybody else were, just amazing character actors. Because here with Fight Night, none of these folks are character actors. They are A-list celebrity actors. Terrance Howard, say what you want about him, he is a big name. Sam Jackson, out of all of them, Sam Jackson is the biggest name of them all, but Kevin Hart holds his ground.
Yes.
Don Cheadle is Don Cheadle. No matter where you put him, he gonna shine. Taraji is Taraji. She's going to eat that scenery. So again, we have to look at how the studios are handling these projects. Kevin Hart helped put this together with Will Packer. Will Packer is one of, I'd say, maybe top 5, top 10 black producers in Hollywood today. And the weirdest thing is, he may be outshined by one Tyler Perry. That's the crazy thing. And I'm not saying it as a blast to Tyler Perry. Get your shine on, whatever. But Will Packer has made hit movies, big hit movies. But again, that stigma of, oh, it's a black movie. That's where things get lost in the sauce. Bad Boys could have worked if it was 2 white guys and not Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. But what made Bad Boys so damn good was Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I want people to understand this. Watch a white action film with an all-white cast. Now imagine if that was a black cast. And for me, I've always said it. It's so strange how, like, Helene is right. We got to do 10 times as much to get half of the appreciation. A lot of that is cookie cutter. But it's something when you have black leads you add it's something. It's almost like you put seasoning.
Oh yeah, and everything
in
that
the
we
whole
do.
thing. It's just seasoned. You know, look, Bridesmaids, hilarious film. I love it. Right, funny, got a lot of little catchphrases. But Girls Trip was hilarious.
It was.
Girls Trip is just as funny, and that's a Will Packer film. You know, again, we and Helene is right. We don't get paid for this,
Right.
but I do feel, yeah, we should uplift. We should carry. We should talk about it. We should yell from the rooftops. Yo, this show is amazing. It is amazing. You know, because here's the thing: if we don't speak and we don't watch,
and it's not going to be there.
Be like, they don't make money,
right? Ain't nobody gonna watch it.
We're not going to fund, or we're not going to greenlight the next Kevin Hart project, the next Don Cheadle thing. Well, people love Sam Jackson. Everybody loves Sam Jackson, so we'll do that. But Taraji gonna always be Cookie for us. They just gonna know her as Benjamin's mama. And that's it, and that's all. She had a damn good action film. Didn't do nothing.
Smoking Aces.
She was good at Smoking Aces.
I know you ain't talking about Proud Mary.
I enjoy Proud Mary.
Nigga, please.
Hey, to each his own.
That car was nice.
You say potato, I say who gives a shit.
But
everybody. I'm just saying that even if it's bad, put it out there.
I agree.
Because
put it up there.
That's completely fine too. Because it's just like when I was asking people when I did the what did you think those for this show, I got less than 5 responses back versus for Cross that we reviewed last week. I got a bunch of responses back, but Cross also had
all this Hodges dick. Let's just be honest.
I
mean, no,
I'm teasing.
I get it, but
I haven't watched it yet.
To be fair, there were clips.
Excuse me.
You said what?
No, nothing.
Helene put a mic down because she wanted to say something.
Nothing was said. It's cool.
There was clips from this series that definitely could have went viral.
Yeah,
but it just didn't. I'm just like, why are we not seeing too much? And then I would talk to people. They'd be like, I enjoyed it. I didn't see much about it. And I just think that's extremely unfortunate that these are stories that from our culture for us that aren't being told, or that are being told, but they're not being on the timeline.
And we've become finicky too. Like black folks, black viewership have become super finicky ever since we started yelling, I'm tired of the slave narrative.
And you're not even getting that from this. I mean, you got a few trigger scenes, but ain't no black folks getting ripped.
But no, fuck that. Fuck that. If you can go watch Yellowstone where they killing indigenous folk all throughout the goddamn They motherfucker when people getting history, they talking about hysterectomies, abortions. You got the meth epidemic over in Montana. Fuck that. Everything the white people are doing, you can get that from us, from our experience. But it's like that's it. They're running to these things because that's what everybody is talking about. And
it's indoctrination too, Jason. Like we've been raised on, and when we think of Yellowstone or we think about Westerns, we always think about, the white cowboy, and if he's wearing a white hat, he's good. If he's wearing a black hat, he's a villain. We also look at the situations of, again, the finickiness of how we've been portrayed for so long, and then when we finally get the power to tell stories. And we say, okay, we can have a hood movie and we can also have a rom-com. We can have a biopic and we can have an action film. We can do horror. I don't understand why black people don't mess around with supernatural. Get over it. Let's get into the supernatural horror.
Please.
They should. Please. They should. I mean, they should. And like I said, I will say, since we have been doing this, we have seen an influx of people going outside the norms to do different things. Whether it was Jazz, what was that? Rye Lane. We talked about Rye Lane. A dope UK love story. Loved it. You got Interstellar, a dope animated love story. You got that. You got Miles Morales. It's like
Intergalactic.
What I say?
Interstellar.
Okay, my bad.
White. That was a white movie. I'm like, wait. My bad. That was Matthew McConaughey.
Since when Kid Cudi turned into Matthew McConaughey?
I haven't seen that. Fuck Matthew. So
I mean,
you got the biblical story. We got Book of Clarence. You got the
which people pan, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, but again,
it's the everything. Every time the black people step outside the norm, black people challenge it. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing it? Why we want everybody to do the same thing. You want to keep.
But then they ask for unique stories, but they don't go support those unique stories. Make it make sense.
And then white people have their pick of the week. Right now, it's Zendaya, the nigga that hold his mouth like the entire story. What's the nigga name?
Wait, don't come after Zendaya. What you mean?
No. I'm not coming after her. I'm saying white people have their picks of the week. So right now, Zendaya is who they want to see, and then it's the black guy that was he's in Euphoria too. What's that nigga name? What's it in Madness? The Madness. What's that man name? Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo. These are their picks of the week. So right now, them two niggas, like the Golden Globes and the Critic Awards have just come out. There are none of these shows, movies that we talking about are in the discussion.
Yeah.
But guess who is? Zendaya from fucking Two White Men. And you got Coleman Domingo for Running from the White Men. Like all these Jazz. I'm not no.
But again, it is the studios that have to submit these shows for recognition. And that's the thing. If Universal or Comcast, it's really Comcast and Universal's under their umbrella. If Universal didn't sit there and go, hey, Golden Globe judges, we want to consider Kevin Hart, Sam Jackson, Taraji P for leading, supporting, leading male, leading female, and supporting, that's on them. Now, a lot of times, sometimes the actors or the producers will be like, we ain't waiting on the studio. We'll send the recognition ourselves and push. So, yeah, I think it's effed up that Fight Night is not getting any kind of recognition, but I don't even want to say that's the breaks. That's just sad.
I mean, we think about it. Snowfall didn't get really. Did Snowfall get any recognition?
Never.
And that's
but I don't think a lot of black actors make black TV shows or black movies thinking that they are going to get recognition. It's not until they have a mixed cast or a predominantly white cast that they start to get that appreciation. When it's a mostly black cast, like it was, I can remember, I literally remember Queen Latifah reading off 3 6 Mafia for Hustle and Flow and then winning that award. And people were like it was, they had people were just stunned that 3 6 could win anything outside of a Source Award or a BET Award. And so I just don't think that black actors make black TV shows and movies thinking that they will be admitted to, whatever process they have to go through to get an Academy Award.
Shout out to Terrance Howard for sitting his bitch ass down during that moment. I appreciate you. It's hard out here for a pimp. Go ahead, Anthony.
But I mean, that's happened before with Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes wasn't in for consideration for the Oscar for the theme song, The Shaft. By whatever grace there was, somebody, I think the studio went in and forced it in. And there were people who were pissed that he had the nomination. But I'll tell you what, when his bald-headed black ass came out there in that regalia playing the piano, and they had them folks pushing him into the stage, and he's playing the theme, The Shaft, every last bit of them jars of mayonnaise realized this is a new beginning. This is a new era. And when he won the award, go and watch it. If you are watching this episode, Find the clip of Isaac Hayes being announced as the winner for the Oscar. Watch the folks in the audience. Watch.
Surprised as hell.
Shocked is an understatement. And when he got up there, and I mean, you saw his baldness, his blackness in the shades, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do at all.
The shades do something, Anthony. The shades do something.
See, it brings that. It is just, I guess it's a superpower. I don't know, but you know, we do have to support our things, man. We have to support it. We have to nurture it. We have to cultivate it. And yes, we can be finicky, but we also got to know how to be like, okay, it's not my kind of show, but at least give it a watch. You know, look, I watch Meet the Browns once in a blue moon. I never go back.
I can't.
I've never gone back.
I'm gonna leave TP stuff to other folks.
You know,
he's got those church folks. He ain't got to worry about us watching.
Yeah, he don't. He has a very good loyal following.
Right. Well, Jason is not. Jason is a child of black God, but
a child light skin owl.
You know, but no, I think I'm gonna continue to say it. I support. You know, look, I'm a gamer. There's this game that came out this year called Tales of Kenzera Zao. It's about a little African boy who finds a story that was written by his father who had just died about a shaman whose dad who just died, and he's going to make a deal with the god of death to bring his father back. The game is fun. It's a Metroidvania. I recommend it to everybody. But you know what happened? Because it was the lead character was a black child. Don't play that game. This is the woke. And what made it really, really crappy, there was a lot of black gamers saying the same thing these trashy white gamers were saying. And it irked me. They didn't play the game, mind you. They just got mad because, why gotta be? Y'all just forcing a black character? No. Game is set in Africa. Who live in Africa? What color? I mean, duh. And now South of Midnight, another game with a black female protagonist that's coming out next year. Let me tell you, I got that sucker pre-downloaded on my Xbox. I don't play them games. If it's us, I'm going to support it. If the game's not good, guess what I'm going to do? Well, at least I put some money into it. Now, the company that's doing South of Midnight is Compulsion. They're white. But what I love is that they brought in black folks to do the work and do the research and help make the game about a black girl in the South. And even the director said it. I can't write what a young black woman should say. I'm going to get black writers and black creatives to do this. And hopefully they got paid properly. Because Ahmed Best, if y'all know who Ahmed Best is, he was a Jar Jar Binks. He's the mocap director for the game. And I don't know what character he's playing, but I think he's playing the old blues man, which I'm going to send y'all the trailer. When you see it, you're going to want to play it. I kid you not. That game looks immaculate, but this is not a game review show.
I'm like, sorry. Anthony geeked out for
I geeked out for a moment. And I'm geeking out more because my phone said my Godzilla action figure is on its way. So it's on, bitch. Y'all need to do some Godzilla reviews because I am so down. I just watched Godzilla versus Ghidorah. I'm ready.
This nigga, you went from to 70s, didn't you?
Oh, they did it in the 90s.
And then I said Godzilla.
The original is Monster Zero. Yeah. Wait. We're doing a black show.
Yes. No, I will say. No, I wouldn't. No, fuck that. I will say, it was 2023. I think Godzilla -1 was the best movie that year. That was an amazing film. That was an amazing film.
Goddamn right. That came out this year.
2020.
That was 2023, actually. It came out last
2024.
year. I promise it didn't come out this year. It came out December last year. It felt like this year. It was.
Because it was at the end of the year. Because it celebrates the 50th. Excuse me, not 50. Excuse me, 70th anniversary. Matter of fact,
original.
That's my God. That's the Godzilla figure I bought. Is from -0, and that bitch glow. And you're about to tail light up in the teeth.
Did you ever peep that?
I did not, but I'm going to say the best movie of 2023 was
the one you ain't see. So what are you doing? Don't be mad.
Cross the Spider-Verse.
You didn't see Godzilla, so how did you know?
Oh, well, we ain't gonna see another Spider-Verse.
I would beg to differ that it was the best movie of 2023.
Did you watch it? I want y'all to watch it. Then we can have a conversation.
No,
I'm good. Have a conversation. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I hate I took 2 years to see this."
So we about to have a fight night right now,
right? I'm okay with that. I don't need to see a Godzilla.
Kevin
movie.
Hart. Yeah. Kevin Hart did his job perfect.
For sure.
He acted his butt off as Chicken Man. And look, I am not the biggest Kevin Hart stand-up fan.
Same.
But the one thing I like about that he did in Chicken Man, he does in his stand-up. He talks fast. You know, like when he's really excited, like he's been eating sugar, sucking on sugar cane, drinking coffee, like he is buzzing.
Taking notos.
Yeah. And the way he did Chicken Man, when he tried to talk, he talked real fast. And Frank's just looking at him like, nigga, I know you full of shit. You know this, right? Oh,
the fact that he kept getting caught. Like when he got caught at the fight, when the congressman came, this is my favorite custodial, and everybody just looking.
Yes.
And I said, damn.
Mm-hmm. You should have walked away. He should have walked away.
I do think this is the lane Kevin Hart should stay in. Like I understand he's trying to do this thing of playing with ranges, but stop. At some point you got to figure out where your lane is and just coast that motherfucker. Because this could be a perfect lane for you where you can play serious, you can play funny, you can kind of go in between the two. Because like it was one movie that whatever that movie was, the one before that when he was like
with Wesley Snipes.
No, that's a TV show. It was a movie with I can't think of her. She has like a African name or maybe a UK name, but he basically does heists in the movie. He was
I know what you're talking about.
He was trying to play overly serious. Like, bro, it's not you.
Right.
Now you talk about forced acting. It's like he was trying to force. Like he was stale faced the entire time. It's like
it was like the movie he did with Bryan Cranston, where he was It wasn't bad.
I know you're talking about though.
Yeah, I just watched it probably like maybe 5 months ago, and it was like
you watched that, but not Godzilla -1.
I don't
see
what
I'm
Godzilla
talking
movies.
about.
I haven't seen a Godzilla movie since I was probably 5.
Watch that one at 45. Come on.
What you gonna give me if I watch it?
All I'm gonna say is, Naruto, you went out like a G. You'd have to see it because goddamn, man, that lizard is the beast. Godzilla is a real.
Do you hear yourself?
That was a great. I felt I was real. I knew I was getting old when I was like, oh shit, Godzilla the best movie of the year. Like, what's this?
Look, I'm gonna just put it like this: Godzilla gave a building a right cross, like a real street dude.
So, Jazz, how did you feel about the ending of Fright Night?
Right. So I think the
vampires died in Fright Night.
They did.
I knew what they were saying. Fight Night.
30 days of nights. Yeah, all the vampires died in it.
Jason, you just saw that shit.
Who gives a damn? Why ain't y'all watching these movies?
Listen, back to the show. So I enjoyed the shootout at the end. I was just like, so
when they killed each other.
Yes.
That was crazy.
These black men shoot each other. I'm like, this violence is not needed. What is happening? But at least they got them some sex before they died.
You know what? You know what, Jazz? I went back to horror movie. Don't have sex. I'm like, Ray, you gotta die now.
But I mean,
oh man,
what's
worse?
At
least they got him a little. At least there was
getting
a little
before you die versus getting you some and then you die.
But if you die, you wouldn't even know you ain't got none. Now you done got it. Now you can't experience it no more. That's not horrible.
At least
death.
you in a really good mood, right?
You know,
and here's the thing:
he was upset when he died. He watched his friend die first.
No, that was his. He didn't have enough time.
He shot his friend.
You think he didn't think about that? He was like, "Oh,
but hold on,
true.
how you gonna sit up here and try to save somebody who you met a week ago,
right? Over Mac,
been there for you for the longest. Talking about, I thought he was gonna shoot you. That nigga, you just met him, and you got all the loyalty,
right? Well, but Willie Mac, right? Willie Mac
with his mama.
It's exactly.
He had daddy issues, but
yes, he did. He did.
Yeah. Those are real things, man.
I understand that, but my thing is, you mean to tell me you going to betray the person that has been there for you for years?
He ain't never. He never put hands. He never put hands on that man.
No, and that's what I was saying.
Fucking his mama and fucking him.
Yeah, he was seeing it from an aspect of this is the man that stood up for me. He just met me and he stood up for me and he whooped this dude's ass for me and let me get a couple good kicks in. So I mean, I get it, but I don't get it, but I get it.
Mm-hmm. But I did love the buddy comedy that turned into Chicken Man and Hud.
Oh, Chicken Man and Hudson.
Now that would be a great series.
Pull the car over.
Baby, yes. When he told him to pull that goddamn car, put the car over, I was like, ooh. Hudson knew. He was like, I apologize. I should have said that. He's like, no, pull the car over because you can't take that shit back.
But that, and I'm not gonna lie, even though it's based on a true story, they have got to make a Chicken Man and Hud show. I'm sorry, because I want them to solve crimes together.
Can somebody explain to me why his name is Chicken Man?
They never really said why.
They didn't explain it why he was.
They don't explain it.
For this shit.
Look, Memphis got the best chicken.
But they were in Atlanta. I mean,
I know that's why I'm like,
it is what it is. But I just
like hot chicken,
hot wings, chicken fried. Chicken.
Okay.
All of
them. You okay? You all right?
You ready to go eat?
Right.
But
I'm just thinking Chicken Man.
Reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
Although there is one trope in shows like this I really don't like is having that suspenseful beginning. You know, where they had Frank
kill him
with the gun over Chicken. Yeah,
and I'm just like killing him.
It's the mystery break, but nigga, I don't know. A lot of niggas were saying they thought Kevin was up out of here by the end of.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was going to die.
Well, after I saw it, it was like true story.
Yeah, so point this way. Wherever I'm pointing down at, point to that one.
So I'm just more of okay. They use that trope, cool, but I love how it leaded up to it. You know, and what made it. Huh?
Say that one more time. Say that line.
I love how it leaded up to it.
I think
near the end. And
I know your country ass ain't trying to come at Anthony. It's like,
I was gonna let it. Look at this fool.
Your children is tripping.
Did you see him?
No, it's just I love the fact that it led up to it. Excuse me. Let me use my proper voice.
I love when he starts to. I love when the like he mixes the country with the leaded. It led it up to it.
He just old country.
But you know what? It happened with Frank. Because if you listen to Frank was trying to have his New York accent, but when he was really into
when he got back down in Georgia streets, came back out thick.
Georgia came out like, "Hello, how are you? How is you?" You know, and I will say the fact that the whole "we need to take out Frank" moment was funny as hell because everybody got guns drawn. Frank is just being Frank, but this is where Sam Jackson is Sam Jackson. And he's like, put the fucking guns down. And it was the calm demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said I really enjoyed him as Frank Moulton because he was so calm that he was scary. He wasn't Sam Jackson yelling.
But I'm mad that Cadillac really thought that he was going to be able to like strong arm Frank at the end.
I think it was because of the perm chemicals. Fried his brain.
No, I think his mama was hyping his ass. His yellow ass.
His mama put the battery in his back, which also put his ass in the serious situation. You know, because he was supposed to protect his daddy's legacy, but then when you hear Frank, his daddy was bitch mean. He was a loyal puppy dog.
Talking about that man dead daddy. Damn, Anthony.
Hey man. Hey, what are you gonna do?
Anthony don't give a damn. Anthony did not give a damn.
My daddy did too. But at least
Okay.
my daddy went out like a man.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely important.
What did Cadillac Senior do? Not a thing.
I don't know how he died.
Probably by the betters.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Joseph Wilford Brimley took it. But you could see it in his son
But
that he was not a leader. Like at the end of the day, Frank was the leader. And as much as Cadillac, I will give Cadillac this. He was a very crafty and conniving SOB. Because even in the restaurant that was all faked, he still had aces up his sleeve. You know, and he's like, you ain't got nothing on me. Go ahead, arrest me. What you got? That's all hearsay. And then you realize that in the baby carriage, the recorder is there.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that even in his mind, he was in control. He felt like he was 10 steps ahead, but he was literally 5 steps behind. And it just did not play. The odds didn't play in his favor.
It was it was a good circle moment.
Yeah. A little get back, you know. But yeah, man, this show was just so well done, you know. And what's sad is it's a limited series, so it's a one and done.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
We don't need a season 2.
It closed up all the edges, so I'm good with that. I love that we
like
got to see Cookie at the end being a boss. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, the funeral homes are paying.
Cookie was a whole boss.
I mean, that's a great business,
right?
To wash your money.
I think it was a little weird.
Died.
I think Kevin's ending was a little. I mean, not Kevin. Chicken Man's ending was a little weird, but you know,
he becomes a preacher, but it's redemption.
It actually made sense. Though.
I mean, I understand the whole redemption arc, but still, like,
we want him to be. What you want him to do? Be in the streets more?
I mean,
he wanted his family back. He got to get.
His
family back.
Like, go get a job. I don't know because to me, you still hustling.
Yeah.
Now you're just hustling with Jesus' name in your mouth. Like,
okay. You're not Creflo Dollar hustling. He ain't asked the congregation for a
you
G6.
Don't know.
But that is true.
He was just swallowed. He
swallowed.
I would like to be a participant. Wait. Man.
I'm sorry, y'all. Look, it's in my mind. Chicken Man and Hud. Cracking crime in the streets of Atlanta. That would be a great series. I'm sorry.
Black Dynamite.
This nigga here.
It could be in the Black Dynamite frame, or it could literally be Starsky and Hutch in series. I don't care. Don Cheadle, Kevin Hart had great chemistry
for sure
when it turned into the buddy cop thing. It was so well done. And the fact, like, when they go to meet Andre's uncle, and you see he telling him, now, Chicken Man, I need you to stay in the car. I'ma handle this.
You knew he wasn't gonna stay in the car.
You knew he wasn't gonna get the hell out of this damn car.
You know he wasn't gonna stay in the damn car.
Chicken Man is 5'3". He is literally a toddler. He is a child. He is getting out that car because you told him.
Said he is a toddler.
He is a child.
He is a child. And he went and did what he wanted to do. It worked because he got evidence. He got it. But that's the kind of chemistry you like. Don Cheadle's Hud was the straight man. Kevin Hart's Chicken Man was the comic relief, but had moments where it got serious. Like even when they went to visit Lena's the grandmother.
Wake. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The grandmother. And they was talking about, what was it, the lemonade? And Chicken Man knew about how good the old lady lemonade was.
Yeah. He was like, that shit was terrible.
But it also goes to show you that Hud, though he is from there, he ain't not from there.
Yeah.
You know,
he didn't get love from the black community at all, but he was
because
also
they saw him as
officer.
a traitor.
Well, because he was a cop.
Yeah, they saw him as a traitor. Because we know what the police.
I mean, hell, we just talked about this with Alex Cross. Alex was getting shit on by the black community as well for being a detective. Like,
but he was.
So it was one and the same.
But we don't. I guess we don't. Sometimes we get so in our own way, or just maybe just based on our experiences with the police, we don't see the good and what they could actually be for
True.
us in that type of
Yeah.
moment. But like I said, one thing we didn't speak on was like, we smoked on the racism because we know that's what this was during that time. So you have so many different things. Like I said, this is like my last comment that I have in it. But you have, of course, like Governor Maddox, who sent the farewell.
To Ali.
To Ali. You got the police detective who told him, congratulations being called him nigger cop, right?
Yeah.
He told on his graduation day. It's just the racial.
But it was a good thing. I'm like, how do you preface it? This was a good thing with calling me a nigger cop.
You got
because he's one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. You got the racial undertones with him, or the racism. It's not even undertones. It's racism.
Right.
Then of course, you got the overt racists. In the one, the guy that tried to fight Ali at the party, but then two. Mason,
the other cop, Mason,
the guy Mason who shot first. This nigga, I was like, bro, I said, I said, bro, that's insane. This nigga just shooting at a mosey wosey. He just shooting as Chicken Man is running. He ain't asked no questions, no nothing. No. Man, they have a gun. No, Chicken Man never had a weapon. Like you could have killed he could have killed anybody in that room. You don't know who it was. Just to figure it out, and then the cops told us, I thought you were gonna keep it contained. Bro, what the fuck you mean? It's so many different parts at play here. How can I contain this entire situation?
For me, it's the mistaken identity with Mason.
Oh yeah.
When they pull him, he said, "That's Chicken Man," and the brother just looked at him and said, "That's Chicken Man." The white guy had to tell him, the one who had who ran the motel, "That's not him. That's him." And it was like, yep. Two brothers would have been dead that day.
Mm-hmm. And
if Mason shot straight.
And then how Huddy got suspended. He called the man a nigga.
And Hud put him on.
Then he said, I'm gonna hang you from a tree.
Yeah.
How do we not get how does one man get suspended, the other man gets to get the job in position as the lead?
And you see, but that's what happens when they use you as a token, and you don't play by their rules, and you don't.
The minute you step out of bounds,
exactly. I gotta slap you back in your place. And Hud was doing the right thing. He was doing his job. It's just that he didn't have all the pieces to move quicker than they were already moving. Yeah. Because Lena was already dead. Lena's brother killed himself. So now it's all stacked up against Hud. So it's once again, we have to do 10 times more to get half, not even half sometimes. And if we don't do it correctly, or we have a setback, that's the end of the world. You weren't good for the position. That proves everything. Black people can't be, use the what is it? Deductive thought,
deductive reasoning.
Deductive reasoning. They can't be detectives. They can't investigate. They don't have the mental capacity for it. So,
but it only takes one. It only takes one to fuck up. And if one fucks up, it's all of us.
Yeah.
It only takes one. That's why I watch the news and be like, please don't let it be a black person. Please don't let it be a black person. Please don't let it be a black person. Damn it, it's a black person. Now we all have done this one crime that this person is accused of.
I'm just waiting on the movie for what's the brother Christopher Nolan movie?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Luigi.
Fuck Luigi. We ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about Christopher Nolan.
Luigi.
I was very surprised at Faye with her church going self when she pulled out that goddamn shotgun.
Oh yeah, Faye was about that life.
She said, my daddy was a hunter.
Yep.
Yes, Faye.
Yeah,
but I do love the fact that Faye,
regardless, Faye or Faith? I'm calling that lady.
And at first I thought it was Faith, but the way Kevin Hart was speaking so fast, now Faith.
Yeah, it's Faye.
It was like, okay, it's got to be Faith. I love the fact that while she did play the doting wife and the faithful wife, I love the fact that when she walked off, she walked off. It wasn't even face to face. She was just like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm done. I'm packing. I'm going to my sister. I got the kids. Peace out. Good luck. And the fact he had to go back and beg.
I mean, because at that point, you have men knocking on our door with guns, and our kids live here, so we're in danger.
And your bottom bitches here. And I just,
you know what?
I was like, Kevin got some balls bringing this girl to the house.
Yeah, that was.
How did you make that happen?
But you know what? That is a strong Christian woman.
Yep.
Fuck all that. That's
what Jazz say. I ain't the one.
Nah, I ain't.
I ain't the one or the two.
You gonna come back? That bitch gonna be dead. And I'm like, she bled out. I don't know what happened.
I think Faye might have overcooked his eggs because he looked like a man who likes sunny side up with a runny yolk. So she might have overcooked his eggs. Yeah. Burn the bacon a little bit just to teach him a lesson. But nah, she stuck by her man even when she walked away. Because she could have literally walked away completely. But she stuck with him. And I mean, Viv, as much as I love how Viv was just like, fuck Chicken Man now. I got to take care of me. Especially when she had to go deal with Missouri Slim.
Yeah, she was waiting to exit.
I mean, but she knew once she got in that house and she saw that there was a whole side of him that she didn't even know. She knew she couldn't have that man, so she was like, "Fuck it."
Oh, and there was. Stop that. There was the creepiest moment of the series though was when Willie Black went up to Fev and made a dance.
Yeah.
Made a dance in front of everybody.
That was cringy.
I was like, can somebody please put bullet to head?
I was at least thinking the dudes was gonna turn away and somebody's gonna turn away. Them niggas just
but they had binoculars like,
y'all like gonna turn away, avert your eyes a little bit. No, they.
Thank God we've gotten away from that type of stripping. My God. It ain't like that.
You know what it remind me of? Diamond stripping in the Players Club.
Diamond was terrible. She was.
You know who didn't strip?
Ebony. Why? Because she couldn't make it clap like her cousin do. So it is what it is. But no, man, this show had everything, man. It had comedy, it had drama, it had action, it had a little suspense. It kept you on your toes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It did. Because Jazz was I was like, it was Cadillac. I put it in all caps.
It was Cadillac all along. God, that
Agatha ass.
That'd be a night. That would have been a nice little promo. Just borrowing at least Cadillac out of
it was Cadillac all along.
But that's
it ain't hard out here for a pimp, bitch.
I'm rolling down the road.
But I will say this though, it was also very Scooby-Doo-ish at the end when the big reveal and everything.
Oh, I needed somebody to drop.
Yeah,
I needed somebody to die.
Yeah, Kevin didn't want down cameraman. He ain't allowing that.
Because I was like, wait a minute. Are they gonna just pull Cadillac's face and go, it was old man Withers. He ran the swimming pool.
It was Faye. It was Faye the whole time.
Yeah.
Fuck the Chicken Man. Gordon.
And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for them niggas and that goddamn bitch. And then Viv would have go, and it would have been over. But again, why did I make Viv Scooby? That's not cool. She's the Daphne of the group.
You just call her a bitch for real.
Right.
Sorry, Viv. You rocked. But yeah, the ending was satisfactory. It ended cleanly. It had a good ending. It was a strong series, man. Like,
yeah, it was.
I don't know how much more, praise we could actually give it, because if people ain't seen it, I'm gonna say it right here. Look at my face. Y'all missing out. You're really missing out on a good series.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I get it. You want to watch Sisters and the Oval.
I stopped watching Sisters because my cousin was in it and I was in love with her at first. Yeah.
Targaryen, Jason.
I didn't know she was my cousin. So we're not
very
Targaryen vibes.
It's very Lannisterish.
I didn't know she was my cousin. We're not doing that.
Oh, okay, Kevin Gates.
Now I know she is. So I don't watch any of them shows or Sisters or Satima for that matter. For that fact of the matter. So
the only time I saw was it Sisters where they did the punch to the dude and he did the pose spin like he was voguing, like he was in the ballroom when they punched him and he goes.
That's what's his name? That's Tyler Perry alter ego. I can't think of his name right now. Damn. That's his alter ego though. Yes, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly.
Make sure you hashtag Tyler Perry. That'll get a whole lot of black folks to watch this episode.
I will definitely do that.
Just do it. Trust me. I have done some things for Talking Ish to get us.
They're gonna think some kind of way, and then they're gonna hear Jason run off about how he can't stand him, and then they're gonna like, nah, that might not be the incentive.
We'll see what we can do.
Might not be what you want.
Make it work. Make it happen.
But I think that's all that I had with the show. Did y'all have a scene or a moment that y'all had like, I gotta talk about this motherfucker? No.
Wow. My scene has to be the salon with Missouri Slim.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was mofo. Wild. I really thought he was gonna make Taraji kiss his feet.
I thought she was gonna make him suck his dick.
But
then she went to the feet, and I was like, "Oh, they going for jazz."
And it might be Missouri Slim might be an ancestor. You never know.
Come on, now,
a distant relative.
Come on,
hey, freaks of a feather. But no, I really that was that, and the moment they got Silky, those were very tense scenes. But the Missouri Slim and Viv, oh, that one was like, yo, I am at the edge of my seat. Like, is he gonna pop her? And then when Frank and Lamar, yeah, the fact that man name is Lamar, walk in.
Don't he look like a Lamar though?
He do.
Giant. Just
he'll talk you through it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Lamar as a first name, I think of Larry B. Scott and Revenge of the Nerds. I'm sorry.
No.
Throwing the javelin, lip-wristed. No.
I think of a strong, dark-skinned brother.
Sure you do. Sure you do. I guess.
Yeah.
I'll let you have that. But no, that was my one of my favorite scenes was that salon moment. That carried a lot of weight for me. It had me sweating. I was perspiring.
You were sweating bullets.
I was sweating bullets. I was like that.
You was like Michael from Waiting to Exhale, like the one sweat dripping down the side.
No, I was more like Jordan Peele in that meme where he's just raining sweat. But that was one of my favorite scenes. That was one of the best scenes in the series for sure.
Okay.
And that'll do it for a whole new, brand new episode. I'm joking because everybody got quiet. I was waiting for somebody to say, "No, that ain't the scene."
I was waiting.
I was just asking if y'all had another scene or a scene that y'all wanted to make sure we got to as I close this bitch out.
Okay, well, put that bitch to bed then, brother.
Right.
No,
hey, now. Not on Joe Budden's internet. Don't do that now.
Shit, that's Joe Budden. Joe Budden. Never mind. Was it good? Was it good though? Yes. Fight night. And
1,000 times, a million times. Yes. Great. I would say, was it great? Fuck yeah.
Anthony be trying to change our slogan because we'd be like, "Was it good?" Though Anthony be like, "No, it was great.
Great. Yes. It was phenomenal."
Hey, at least I didn't go. It was fabulous, and don't you forget it.
Helene, was it good?
Yeah, it was good though.
Oh, most definitely, it was good.
Was it good though? God damn, cuz.
Absolutely. Yes.
I was waiting for her to go. No, it was mid. What the fuck you expect?
I mean, I want to like it, but it was not that good to me.
Who sounds like that?
You in my head.
Fuck out of here. I was about to say something crazy, but I was like, "That's bring it back."
She did look like she was finna say something.
Yeah.
Is
it like, does she get the Rosie Perez pitch?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so cool. No, sorry. Shout out to Rosie Perez.
Jason, was it good though?
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed the series. I'm glad we were finally able to review it. Just on the what did you think though?
Yes, I had some from Vono. This was definitely good. I had some from GBKK. I'm glad it's not an additional K there because he's black. And I would think, are you a clan member? He said that it was good. And those are my only what did you think those, because I didn't get too many because it seems like a lot of people didn't watch this, unfortunately. But hopefully they will check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But our Link of Thrones. Helene, do you have your person? My nigga, this is the second week in a row.
It is. It is.
Anthony, do you have your Link of Thrones?
My Link of Thrones will go
Anthony
to
was ready.
the honorable, respectful, all praises due to Allah. Y'all thought I was going to say Muhammad Ali. No, I'm talking about Terrance Howard.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And my Link of Thrones goes to Terrance Howard in an old school way, because I want to talk about and just recommend the first time I've ever seen the man, the myth, the mathematician. It was in a little show on a station called UPN, which was the United Paramount Network, or
going back.
It is also known as You Pick a Nigga. Paul Mooney said that, not me. And he was in a show called Sparks with Miguel Nunez and the late great James Avery. James Avery was in it. And I believe, no, Vivica was not it. Yeah, Vivica was in it. I don't remember, but I remember those three gentlemen the most. Oh, Kim Whitley was also in it. She played the secretary of the law firm. So that's my Link of Thrones to the legend, the man who created new math, Terrance Deshaun Howard.
Thank you. Helene, do you have your person?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go David Banner.
David Banner.
Banner. For so many reasons. A couple of them I can't say because my children are in the room. But
yep.
David Banner.
Get muted.
But you know what? I will say what can go Empire. Let's go Empire, because then you can link Miss Cookie and Mr. Howard all back to Empire as well.
Oh, wow.
So a triple.
We did get a nice little cast from Empire in there, and we also got both of our roadies from different multiverses, because we got Don Cheadle and Terrance Howard.
It's like Kang sat there and was messing with the sacred timeline and just put him in one spot.
Ooh, are you speaking him existence to where he might show back up in the future? But we will get to that when it shows up.
That's not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Marvel forgives.
Marvel forgives.
You ready to win, Jazz?
I have not. Do you have your person?
Yes, I'm going to go with Artrice Johnson, aka Faye Williams. She was in P Valley as Strawberry.
That was Strawberry?
It was Strawberry? No.
Yeah, so like,
I
remember who Strawberry was.
No, is it?
Faye was down in the valley where the girls get
naked.
Oh man, wow.
Hey, the first episode of what was this? It was the second season where they started out the first episode where they was at the car wash.
Yeah. That's the second season, because that's when COVID was happening.
Baby, when I tell you I replayed them first 20 minutes.
Constantly. I don't think that show ain't coming back, is it?
No, it is. I think they just finished rapping.
They just wrapped season 3.
Really? Okay. Okay.
They gotta come back because your girl going to jail. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. And of course, we will be reviewing that.
Mercedes. No, not Mercedes.
No, Mercedes going to jail? No, Light Bright.
No. Deshaun.
Oh, yes.
Deshaun is going to jail because her trifling ass white baby daddy.
Man.
Oh,
that white man.
Okay. I got to go back and watch season 2 again because a good friend of mine is in there.
Really?
Dana Gourier. She played the one that shut down the Pink.
Oh, the
she
bitch with the
who got COVID
fucking,
and coughed on everybody.
yeah, for real, that had all the money. Yeah,
that's Dana Gourier. She's from New Orleans.
She drove.
Me and her went to college together. Yeah, she's she's doing her thing. She was in what you call it as well, Django Unchained. She was Miss Cora. Miss Cora. Now tell Miss Jenny bye. Bye, Miss Jenny. Bam. Light skin, the one she was the head woman in the kitchen.
Oh,
that's Dana. That's Dana. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm always shout out. I always make a joke about it. I'm like, girl, when you gonna take over Chuckalisa? And she's like, I have no clue. But no, man, I'm excited for her. But I didn't know. I haven't seen it, man. It's been what, 2 years?
Yeah, it definitely.
I
feel like they started filming earlier this year.
Okay.
So, but I think they did wrap because I follow damn it, what's her name? Gail. Bean. She was in Snowfall. Bean. Yes. Bean.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, I can't wait, man, because that's a good series.
Yeah.
You know,
that was really good.
Uncle Clifford and Lil Murda gone.
Yeah, they are.
Tied a knot.
Wait to see how that go out. But
it depends on the knot. Could be a balloon knot. I mean, whatever.
I am gonna pick Andre.
I can't stand Anthony.
Melvin Gregg. He was in The Blackening.
Yep.
Shout out to Man Boy. Man Boy. But this is episode 132. Yes. Another collaboration with the Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends, and the Was It Good Though podcast. I appreciate y'all each and every time y'all come on here and have the conversation. And we clearly could have went through a lot. Like we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
That's because Anthony be going off on nerd tangents.
You know what? Kiss my ass. I do things. It is
but
what
I love
do.
you.
I know I love you back.
Look at that black love. Oh, come on now.
She gonna curse me out Sunday.
Love to see it.
I am.
Just keep one for you, Anthony. Don't let her get you. Don't let her trick you off the streets, man. Stay on her.
Helene know I love her, but I love her so much I mute her ass if I can. Yeah, that's the power of recording. Me recording.
Exactly. Like boom, mute. Like that. You can. You know what I'm saying? You can just hit the button. It's nothing. It's nothing to do. You see that? You can't even hear her laugh no more. Muted. Done. It's done. Everybody go mute.
People look Beyonce. Everybody.
This is why I don't be mad when people cuss Jason ass out. This is why. But I just want to say, next week we are, for episode 133, we are reviewing The Best Man Holiday. Y'all check out our episode 131. We review Cross. Helene was our guest. Mm-hmm. And me and Jason are also doing a Christmas movie draft, which we draft our favorite, top 10 Christmas movies, and we're going to let people vote on what that is. And then
who has the better list?
Right.
Who has a better
I'm automatically going to pick Jazz's now.
Automatically. What kind of hate is that? Why are you not going to even...
My list might be better. So
no. She said automatically. It don't matter if your list was trash.
Jazz didn't mute me.
How you know she didn't mute you? I'm just gonna ask you that.
Because I see Jazz's name and I see WIGTP, so I know who's running the little.
No. That's not how it works though. That's not how it works on here. It's not. That's not how it works.
Jazz's list is probably gonna consist of Magic Mike 2.
That is not a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. It feels like Christmas to me and my lady parts.
Hey, I mean, look, Channing Tatum, possibly.
What do you say? I'm trying to make a name for myself.
She truly be dreaming about a white Christmas and chestnuts roasting them on an open fire.
I do not.
That is crazy.
King dreaming over here. Black kings only around here.
It's black over there. All right, guys. Episode 132, Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. We appreciate y'all for listening per usual. It is the holiday season. It's Robin season. Watch your shit. Guard your shit. Set your alarms. And help somebody. If you see somebody, call the police. Don't just jump out there. Just jump out. Don't just be a superhero, my nigga. You might get shot. They'll be all right. No, yeah, that. Do something like that. Just put the camera on.
I'm gonna pull a John from Cross.
Episode 132. This was a Good Though podcast. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And until next time.
Cheers.